plus people that watch their show every week. And just when it's an exciting show on paper, more people watch it live than when it's not. The rest of them watch it on DVR. Like, I think it's... I don't know. People, by the way, with that rating stuff, ratings obviously matter. I'm not a dipshit. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But what I will say is, there is a lot more to the picture than just the TV ratings. And if you can't sense the overall momentum, I think it shows in ticket sales. I think it shows in just how audible they are.
Yeah.
Brother, there's some serious momentum here. And just looking at the rating every week is not like... That ain't the answer. There's more to it than that, you know?
AEW is more popular than people give it credit for. And they have to start realizing that. It's more popular than they want to say.
Yeah. Well, and I don't want to state the obvious, but, you know, you watch the past 2 weeks of shows in particular, and it's like, oh, they got something here.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Like, good analysis, O'Neill.
Whatever, but, you know, the past 2 weeks in particular really stood out.
It's a good show. It's a true wrestling buffet in the sense that you really have to like something on that show, surely. You know, I mean, there's so much variety on that show. I mean, Matt and Christian had like a throwback wrestling television bout.
Yeah.
You know, Ethan and Darby having a blood feud. Carl and Mox did like a sort of homage to Strong Style with their physicality and stuff. Even I know it wasn't like a high level version of it, but that's what they did. Like, there's everything on that show.
Yeah.
It's crazy how AEW can alternate main events every week and they all feel important.
Rotates, man.
It's crazy.
They don't get enough credit for that. Like, you know, everyone's like, Tony's a fantasy booker and all that, and that's true. People don't get how hard it is to rotate the roster as well as they do, man. They have got a system. It's very good, very efficient.
Yeah. Well, and I told one of you this last night. I don't remember which one, but just
not me, because you don't DM me. You know, you DM these other guys, but nobody messages me around here.
But I was talking about how just everything flows together so well too. Like they don't just start with what's going to be the main event angle and then just run 5 replays of it throughout the night, which is nice.
That's it, man. It's so hard to talk about, and this is why my kind of aim for the distraction. Jeremy might not like this, but it's the truth. I want to like broaden our horizons some. So like Slammiversary, I think, is kind of uninteresting. But in an ideal world, we split the percentage of our show's discussion a little bit more wide, rather than the current thing. And this is not a criticism of Jeremy; it's a criticism of me because I don't watch any of it. The current thing is we talk about AEW and WWE, which basically means we talk about AEW. Because the WWE stuff just isn't that interesting to me. So guys, there's 34 of you already here, we appreciate it, but like in the coming weeks I want to be able to expand that. So when like, you know, MLW's got their people back now, I want to talk about all that stuff a little bit. But I do think we have to be honest about the situation. Like AEW's they're the centre of the wrestling world right now. We can't pretend otherwise because we don't want to seem like that podcast. Does that make sense? Like, it is what it is, man. It's a pretty exciting show. I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, and you know, you guys touched on this a little bit too. Like the next weeks or whatever of WWE are going to be good. I think that's fair to say.
I agree.
I hope so.
It's the after SummerSlam part that I think is a little troublesome, but it depends too, I guess, who's the champion coming out of SummerSlam, all that stuff.
We'll cover that when it comes, no doubt.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can lock in Money in the Bank as being a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can lock in SummerSlam as being a good show because, frankly, all of these shows were good in the Thunderdome. So I never want to do the thing where it's like the product's awful, because I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I don't think it makes for a lot of interesting talking points, because I find it's very... Like, we're talking about stuff that ultimately we're putting more thought into it than they are, and at that point you're like losing. Like, what are we doing? You know, that's what I would say, personally.
Yeah. Did you guys want to talk about whether or not fans are good for professional wrestling shows?
Jesus Christ, man. That discourse. There's a lot of discourse on Twitter that is just ass. But whether or not the fans are good, I could not believe I saw dumb shit people actually talking about that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Says a lot about someone's experience of wrestling, man. Because me and all my pals, we're sitting there locked in like, bro, imagine the pop this guy's going to get. You know, like... Frankly, this might sound crazy. This is my honest belief. Bro, it ain't quite at this level, but crowds are about as important to wrestling almost as they are to stand-up comedy, bro. It's performance. It's theatre. This, like, look, I understand we're portraying sports so you can do it in front of no crowd, but let's be honest, dude. Wrestling in front of no fans sucks.
Yeah.
It's the pop. It's the energy, man. That's what we're there for.
Well, and Really, I mean, most sports without fans were bad. Like, it was hard to get into, like, college football last year, Jack. I don't know if you felt that, but,
yeah,
just, it's tough. I mean, sports kind of in general rely on that energy from the crowd. And wrestling even more than the other sports.
Yes.
Baseball, like Bob and I, obviously, big baseball guys. That like you were excited to see them, but then like after about 2 weeks when I saw those goddamn cardboard cutouts, remember Fox tried to digitally enhance the people into the outfield. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh God, was that awful?
Yeah. So it's good that everything.
The NBA bubble, I thought
that was cool. Good. I didn't think the
I
hockey was too bad either.
What the fuck is hockey?
Look, man, let's be honest. Most of that debate came down to people being like, hey, some people suck. And it's like, yes, that is the case. With everything, What happened, Jeremy? What was you going to say?
I'm here. Oh, I thought you were going a different direction with the debate. I thought the debate was just like, we were just starved for wrestling, so we just thought it was good.
No, look, my genuine thing is, if you are uncomfortable with wrestling fans, bro, I completely get that. It's very easy for me as a big fat white guy to be like, hey, these are my people. I ain't dissing anyone that's like uncomfortable. What I'm saying is the reality is, like, people just like kind of suck.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean wrestling is better without like fans. Does that make sense? Like I'll give you an example. This past weekend, England tried to bring it home, right? Euro finals. Brother, those people in attendance, a lot of those people were disgusting. I mean, they were charging, they made fools of themselves. But I still would rather watch the game with them in attendance than not. That's where I'm at, basically. But I do accept that I am a fat white guy, so wrestling fans, me, How pumped are you guys, seriously? The Twitter content when I go to St. Louis and dress as Ethan Page's little brother is going to be some of the greatest stuff ever. At a zoo with Robert O'Neill dressed like Ethan Page, like, that's magic. I'm so fired up.
It's going to be great. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. That's something I'm looking forward to too. Just like being able to go back to these events and be a fan. And SummerSlam's going to be fun. Full Gear's going to be fun. It's good stuff.
Are you not going to All Out, O'Neill? Are you still being a coward?
There's no tickets left for All Out. And I told you, I think every time you've asked, I've told you I'm not going to All Out. So
I know, and I'm going to keep asking, and I'm going to keep calling you a coward for not going.
Maybe I'll come up there and not go to the show. But if I'm up there, I should go to the show.
Are you too locked into parenthood to, like, you can't be worried about wrestling events, right? Like, you're just locked in.
Dude,
you're a father.
my upcoming life is just a shambles, man. Like,
you sound so defeated, Jack. You sound so defeated.
And I mean that in the most positive way possible. It's just like, her due date is September 5th, which is the day of All Out. But here's the thing: I wasn't watching All Out anyway because Florida State's playing Notre Dame on that Sunday night. I wasn't watching All Out anyway.
That's lame.
Dude, I feel like such a jackass. I was telling my wife this. I feel like such a jackass because I am so in love with this Hangman Page thing. I'm not going to be able to watch it.
You can watch it. You're like, I'm gonna watch college football instead. Don't you have multiple TVs or anything?
Listen, we need to establish that here. Jack, just to be clear, did you say September 5th?
Yeah. You
know his birthday is, right? This guy.
Is it really?
It is, brother. It is. We ain't ready for that to be a real. That'd be some content right there.
We had an appointment yesterday though, and she's growing like a week ahead, so we might be looking at the end of August in actuality.
In that case, much less fun, but I appreciate it.
But I don't know, because it's weird. Like, I had this doctor be like, nope, we go to the due date. If I was like, so if my daughter like keeps growing, they're like, nope, we go to the due date. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like my poor wife, I feel so bad for her.
Yeah, it does feel like you've kind of got the easy half of this when you're just like, man, I'm gonna miss Hangman. Seems like, by comparison, that seems.
I made the mistake a few weeks ago. Like, it was like half joking. We were going somewhere, like to go out the back of my house where we parked the car. It's like a little bit of a hill, a nice little walkway up to the car. And I said something to her like, "Can you move faster?" And I was like, oh, I fucked up. Oh, shit. Like, when she turned and looked at me, I was like, you have every right to just beat the piss out of me right here in this park. Just beat the shit out of me, please. I deserve it. I was like, come on, move it.
Okay, I want to expand this streaming service conversation because, frankly, our Twitch chat includes less assholes, and also we were short on time, and like I feel like I didn't explain myself, so I will do this best I can. I was pitching the idea of effectively New Japan World, Impact Plus, combining and then adding AEW as its centerpiece was my pitch, right? And I agreed with Jack's take of it's more likely they strike a deal with HBO Max. My question was, do we think that would be a big hit, or would it actually just kind of divide their already existing revenue stream? Because it'd be the same people subscribing.
I think that'd be a bad idea because I think you would just peak and that'd be it. I don't think you're drawing in new subscribers, and that's what the company that's going to back this project would look at that and say, okay, but over time can we just consistently? No, you're going to get those people in bulk like us that'll want it, and then it'll peak, and that's it's going to hit the plateau, and that's it.
And the network showed that. The network's WWE, and that even it hit his point, and that was the end.
Don't forget the network. They projected in the first year in 2014, they were like, we'll have 2 million subscribers. They didn't even come close to that. And like the investors were like, hey, what the fuck, man? You said 2 million. What? You can't even hit they couldn't even hit 1 million for a while, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
They're like, you said 2. You can't even hit 1. What the hell's going on here?
People are used to not watching those. Sorry, Bob. But just what I was going to say. People are used to not watching those pay-per-views. Like, if you look at pay-per-view numbers, what was the highest selling pay-per-view WWE ever did? WrestleMania 28 with Rock and...
Yeah.
And how many did that do? Like 1.5 buys? Even that?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, well, that's about the number they end up with subscribers. Like, there's a certain limit on how much people are going to pay money for wrestling, right? Like, I watch the shit on cable, I ain't paying for it.
And I get what Jeremy's saying, like 4 times a year. But I do think that AEW has to abandon that $50 nonsense.
Yeah, I get you. It's hard to say. Like,
but
if they
you know
get the number consistently, it's hard.
I think Warner Media realizes that they have a legitimate asset in AEW now. So it wouldn't surprise me if they said, look, all right, here's what we'll do. We'll throw you a sec. If they just look at Peacock and say, look, we'll throw an AEW section on HBO Max. And, we'll put the Dynamites there. We'll put the pay-per-views. And then, like I said on the show, give people the option. You could subscribe to HBO Max, and you could watch every AEW pay-per-view. Or call your cable provider and pay $50 if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Bob, what was you going to say? I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I don't know that WWE Network ever got to 2 million in general.
No, I don't think it did. No. I think they got to like 1.8 around there and then went off again.
Mm-hmm.
I think, quickly talking about WWE Network, I've spoken a million times about it, so I'm not going to go over it again. I think there was a lot of opportunities to do cool live events they missed. I also think they didn't use their 24-hour feed well enough. Like, I think, our friends on Twitter, by the way, there's 55 people in there. You guys are incredible. But, on our pals on Twitter, Jack and Jeremy, would be like, we're going to watch Mid-South together at this time on Friday.
Yeah.
Robert, you realise, like, they could have done that shit on the network, Like, they could have been like, Saturday morning wrestling. Everyone watch it. We'll live tweet it on the network feed. Like, I thought there's so many opportunities like that. So, the thing with AEW is, everyone is fooling themselves if they think they're producing these YouTube shows just for, like, shits. Because, like, that is there to drive the hours up and to make it a bigger package when they sell it. Not the company, like the TV rights. So, like, it gets to a point where you're saying, we can sell you 2 shows, Monday and Tuesday, our pay-per-view archive, our Dynamite archive. That's a whole lot more intriguing than we can make some shows. This is the hours they're driving is incredible. If you add up all the hours of Dark and Dark Elevation, you're at hundreds. It's incredible. Now, what we got here? Yes, Rampage. So, the reason I didn't mention that, Rishi, you're right. But like I was saying, if Rampage and Dynamite are the TV ones, they're locked in. But they can sell these YouTube shows is a streaming package, was my point. But you're absolutely right. All of the hours is really something to note. What we got here, someone said, Joe, how do you feel about a Gabe Evolve program drawing big in an AEW main event? Well, that's Jack will probably pop for that more. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I think the industry's dead right now. It's like, man, that's pretty cool if you ask me. I'm happy for that. What have we got here? What's happening with Robbie? He has to do work. He's a coward. Poor Gabe, indeed. It is interesting, By the way, Jack, we're talking about Ring of Honor for a moment there, right?
Yeah.
say you got the pencil, your office for Ring of Honor. It seems like their ideology internally, and this is not a report, this is just my read on it, is we've spent too long trying to be New Japan's little brother. Let's try again to build something within our own house. And I think that's admirable, right? However, it does feel like they're getting lost in the grand scheme of things because they just have no relevance because they're separate from this sort of movement. Well, what do you think? What do you think's to play there?
I really just wish someone would buy Ring of Honor from that Sinclair cesspool. Like, I really do. I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for Ring of Honor because that shit was the best in the mid 2000s and shit. That was the best wrestling.
Changed the business.
But shit, they did. There's no NXT without Ring of Honor.
It's the most influential run of promotion of the last 2 decades.
I used to tell people, we're talking about the network back in 2014 when it started. I used to tell people, I said WWE should buy ROH and put it on their network. But then what happened was Triple H just turned NXT into Ring of Honor and said, I'll just do it myself. I did. No, I remember telling friends, I'm like, they should just buy ROH and promise them the slots on the network and shit and use it as kind of like their development. You know, I really, because I do think there's still value in the Ring of Honor name if it's run by the right people. Like, think about this for a second. Like Sinclair Broadcasting runs that place. It's a shitty company, but they have millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. Like, if ROH wanted to, if Sinclair said, we want to make a push to make Ring of Honor our thing, they could sign whoever the hell they want.
Yes, and this is the thing, Jay, is, you know when Andrade was a free agent?
Yeah.
We came on here, and I eventually got my head turned, but I remember, and this sounded like me being an arsehole. Everyone knows how much I love Andrade. I was explaining that while they have the deep pockets, someone has still got to explain to a Sinclair executive that it's worth paying Andrade the money he's worth.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they all just look at it and go, does he have any impact on our business that Roosh doesn't provide, or Bandito, or these guys?
Yeah.
And the answer, if we're being honest, is minimal, isn't it? It would be a move to make your wrestling product better. They don't give a shit. And that's the thing, is you're bang on. It's like, people don't get, though, they're not going to spend this money because they don't care. It's a real shame.
It does. It breaks my heart when I see Ring of Honor sometimes. I see them they do have good spots. Like Jonathan Gresham is the pure champion. Love that because I love Gresham. Love him. That dude, he's gonna make his money sooner or later, whether it's AEW,
Seems
WWE.
Like he's looking though, which is interesting.
Gresham's gonna make his money someday. That guy's gonna get what's coming to him.
I hope so.
Same thing with Roosh. I'd love to see Roosh go to AEW and hook up with Andrade again. I think that'd be freaking awesome.
I think there's a version of that that's great. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? It's different because, like, we talked about Ethan earlier. Like, it was easy to say, do they need Ethan Page? And it's like, you're watching there and you're like, yeah, they need Ethan Page. It's like, you gotta trust him in that regard. But, so it's coming out in the chat about Ring of Honor. So basically, the situation with Ring of Honor is, we talk a lot about how wrestling's job today is purely to provide hours of content.
Mm-hmm.
So Sinclair, it really is just like a show that's on all their networks.
Yeah,
it's like, we have this little wrestling company. Mm-hmm. That's what it is, right? They're not trying to compete. They're not trying to like make any moves or make any news. They're just like, here is an hour of wrestling that we can produce. I'm not asking you to tell me who should buy it, Jack. I mean, we can try our best, us four, but I don't think we've got much of a chance. What suitor would it take to make them a competitor? Because, you know, if it goes to another sort of conglomerate like that, at the end of the day, it's the same thing. It's just content. It's difficult, isn't it, nowadays? Like, wrestling is just cheap content.
I mean, a suitor, buddy. I don't think there's people out there with money that give enough of a shit about Ring of Honor to try to do anything with it. And I really don't. I'm like, we're not gonna say Amazon's gonna come in and go, boy, I don't want Ring of Honor. Like, give me that Ring of Honor.
Valuable, but it's like, how valuable? You know, like, so here's what I mean. Here's an example. This is an interesting thing to kick around. I'm not saying this has any chance of happening. I'm having fun with the conversation. Please do not get upset anyone. I'm just messing, okay? Let's imagine, Jack, Bob, Jeremy, in 3 years, WWE is owned by NBC Universal, and Fox says, obviously they don't want any business in that, you guys can go over there. We're going to stay in the wrestling game and buy a promotion, for content's sake. What kind of viewership, even on a Fox platform, could Ring of Honor possibly pull in? And I mean that in the least dismissive way. Like, how many people are watching that show right now, dude? 50,000? I mean, it's not a lot.
You're probably looking like a 50,000 range. It's not a lot of people.
Yeah.
That'd be a mess.
Be a lot of people. My answer, I sense, is no. This is the problem,
No,
isn't it?
50,000? No. That seems like high, honestly.
For the syndication.
Dude.
I don't know.
Like, I have seen, especially in my area, I have seen Ring of Honor run at the most random times on these Sinclair networks here. I've seen 5 in the afternoon. I've seen 8 at night. I've seen 2 o'clock in the morning. I've seen 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, Joseph and I have talked about it before when it comes to Ring of Honor.
Or as Bruce Pritchard calls it, "Ruh." He thinks you say the letters, right? Ruh.
Like, does a permanent spot, like, what does that do for them? And by permanent spot, I mean, like, every Saturday at 3 o'clock or whatever. Obviously, you'd like a better time slot than that. But does this help them at all if they just have a permanent spot nailed down?
I mean,
the reason sorry, Bob, go ahead.
I mean, probably a little bit, but it's hard with syndication to kind of get all the numbers combined where, like, would that combined number equal the one total number from one time slot?
The other problem is it airs at the exact same time every week on Fight, and it's also free on their website, and still no one watches. So
yeah.
At that point, it feels like the audience is telling you something. I've talked a lot about it. I just think people watch enough wrestling in their week, man. I think the product could be great or shitty, and it is what it is, Like, it's just hard.
I had people message me coming out of the pay-per-view. It was like, it was a good show. I'd like to watch more. Where do I watch it at? I was like, if you can't, it's on their website for free every week. Yeah, it's on Fight. Check your local listings. Like, there are definitely means to watch the show. It's just, like you said, Joseph, there's so much wrestling on, and Ring of Honor's just, they're not on that hierarchy, right?
No.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, like, if you just watch WWE or you just watch AEW, that's, 10 to 12 hours a week already.
So much.
That's if you're not watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just all adds up.
Okay, here's a question. Let's say that one of us wins the lottery and decides that together, all 4 of us are going to buy a wrestling territory. Okay?
NWA. We're buying the NWA. You don't have to beat around the bush and be like, a wrestling territory. We're just buying the NWA.
Is that the non-national but pretends to be national company we'd buy? So let's say Impact, MLW, Ring of Honor, NWA on the board. Which one are we wasting their money on, guys? Which one has the most potential as a brand?
I'm going with the NWA with Jeremy.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, framing it that way, like most potential, it probably does have to be the NWA, right?
Does it really? Like, I just said the NWA jokingly because I didn't know where Joseph was going with it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm an old head. It's still that name brand still has value, which is why I'm so pissed off at that Smashing Pumpkins asshole. Because before this pandemic, that was good shit.
Right,
good shit.
Yeah, it was.
Then we come out of the pandemic and the whole thing sucks. I don't understand it.
Well, the Booker couldn't be there.
And they lost all their talent. I get it, but I love that shit. I was so into that show before the pandemic. It was so great.
They lost two of the people with the most potential to really carry that show, and then their champion is their champion.
I just went to their YouTube gimmick, and there was a time where their YouTube numbers were pretty encouraging, and I think they were getting an audience that was like, this is the wrestling I remember, and that's cool. I think they've really run a lot of those people off, unfortunately. And the biggest problem with the NWA, the elephant in the room, is that they've got approximately 2 wrestlers on their roster that are any good.
Yeah.
That is the thing that separates them most from the other 3, because, listen, man, you can rock with a Chris Bay, Ace Austin, Eddie Edwards. In Ring of Honor, you've got Gresham, Roosh, Shane Taylor, all these guys. In MLW, even. MLW's got a pretty neat roster, man. Like Hammerstone, Fatu. They've signed some guys recently too. Limelight just came in. They've got Moriarty. They've got Myron Reed. Talent-wise, NWA's the worst.
Yeah,
right?
I would not take the NWA over these other promotions. If, we're acquiring the talent...
Honestly, I think it's MLW, and I know Jack's going to pop at this. The reason I say that is it's the one that's like freshest. It hasn't burnt people as much. Yeah. And let's be fair, it's a pretty good brand, right? Major League Wrestling, that's pretty good. You know, I can rock with that. I don't know. Am I crazy for that?
I still have to watch MLW. I know. I say I'm always. I don't know. I'll get to it.
I have not watched in a while. Hulbert is like actually good at pro wrestling, and like I'm not doing that as a bit. Like he's good at what he does, and there are guys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Court takes his shit from people. He does, but no, Court's not bad.
You know, I'm not saying I'd like to work for him. He's a good wrestling book, you know. Good.
No, he understands. Court understands what he's doing.
Yeah, like I look at some of his talent acquisitions, and I'm like, listen, man, you probably ain't paying these guys shit, but like you're signing the right guys. You know, you are.
He is.
He's good at what he does. He is, and people don't. You know, they. I think people sometimes miss that a guy can be two things at once. Okay, he can be someone that you don't particularly trust, and he's an old school wrestling promoter. Yes, but he can also have a good mind for it. He doesn't have to be one or the other. You know. But anyway, who are we buying? Did we settle on a company, or are we all going to pick different ones?
I'm buying the NWA. I understand it's a stupid decision, but I love it too much.
Fair. I think I just take my money, Stanford, and I'm like, listen, I like 10 guys on your roster. Can I have them? Is by any chance? Are they around? Can I take those with me? And you're like, who do you want? And I just list off like the handful of wrestlers that I still enjoy.
Oh, you know what I started watching today? Bob, where are you?
He's working, pal.
You know what I started watching today? So I woke up and I'm flicking through the YouTube. Like, what can I watch here? I turned on an episode of Jeff Jarrett's podcast.
Oh, it rules so
Listen,
much, bro.
I like it. I love it.
He's so good, bro. I tell you. I love it so much that Sean gave me his like gimmicked ad-free shows thing, so I can like watch it and enjoy it without the ads. That's how all in I am. And
oh my god,
Bob said this to me, and it's so true. He's like, you listen to an episode, and it's like that's why he convinces everyone to do this shit. He's so charming and just charismatic. You can't knock it.
Some of those are hit and miss. Like I tried the Kurt Angle one. The Kurt Angle one makes me want to rip my freaking ears out. I can't do it.
Oh, man.
I mean, obviously, not the top.
The best bit about the Kurt Angle one. No one talks about how funny this is because everyone feels bad, but I have to do it. The fact that he like intros the show himself for no reason, and it's like it appears to be just something he wants to do because he doesn't want comrades. Yeah. So the show starts, and it's like him looking down the barrel of his eyes like this wide. He's like, "Welcome everybody to the Kurt Angle show. I'm here with Comrade," and it's like a dude letting his kid do the show. It's so insane.
Yeah, you can't do the Jeff Jarrett one. I'm definitely gonna watch more of the Jarrett ones. I like that one. I mean, nothing will ever beat the OG. Like the Bruce podcasts were just can't beat the Bruce.
When that first dropped, that was different, right?
Especially like I cherish the moments where Bruce said something and you go, "That is 100% bullshit," but it's a good story.
Yes,
you're totally lying.
Do you remember when Bischoff was like, I didn't even offer Bret Hart any contract until 1996, and Bret was like, here is the contract. Jarrett, here it is. And then, you know, the gold shit. That's tremendous. What a cell phone that was from Bish. He was just like, yeah, I might have offered him $10 million, whatever. I didn't want him.
Oh, man, I love Bischoff. I love Eric Bischoff.
So do I, man. I love that there's a bit of him in Tony Khan, don't you? Like a little bit of him. It's great.
Maybe that has to do with my AEW fandom and Tony Khan. I'm a sucker for the carnies, man. If you're a traditional pro wrestling carny lying through your teeth, I love you to death. Like you get it.
What was Tony's peak business? What's Tony's peak like promoter moment been thus far? So I mean, there's two candidates, okay? No, it's free. It's free. Go ahead. What you got?
Tony has already peaked when he claimed that the exploding deathmatch thing was supposed to happen that way, and then a week ago he's like, yeah, I told them I'm not paying them.
I've got two other candidates, though. This is the least one, because I think this was just what it is. But remember when he was like, tonight, the balance of wrestling shifts, and it was just Pac, and he was like, yeah, that was good. But my favourite Tony Khan was when he goes, John Moxley, Jake Hager, the greatest empty arena wrestling match ever recorded. And it was just like the most like nothing match ever.
Yeah, remember that? Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Didn't JR do like solo commentary on that shit? Like it was like the weirdest thing ever.
Did. I think he did. But see, that's the thing. And then people will go after Tony. They're like, "Oh, see, you're a liar." And I just want to tweet at all those people and go, "Do you understand pro wrestling? Do you
It's just
understand?
promotion. Listen, we're Hearn guys. Eddie Hearn's another one. Like, it's just promotion, right? You got.
That's why we love Uncle Eddie. I love Uncle Eddie. You know that. You know that.
Fury shit? You seen this Fury shit? Like the talk is he's got COVID, right? Am I wrong on this, Jack?
No, he did. Yeah, he was one of the the whole camp had an outbreak. Tyson was one of Tyson was one of those people. Which I know this sounds bad, but I could see where he's coming from because I remember I had it after the second shot was rough. Like Tyson got the first shot,
and he didn't want it the second.
He's in camp, and he's like, "Wait a minute! If this second shot makes you sick, I don't want to do that while I'm in camp." So he never got the second shot.
Here's the problem. Have you seen what he's been up to today?
What?
Many fans have taken photos with Tyson in Vegas. He's just out and about.
Oh.
Also, Joseph Parker was his lead sparring partner, and he was at the UFC on Saturday. So, and our friend Eddie is saying he's calling shenanigans.
Come to think of it, though, Tyson was all over the place too. He was at, I think, the Logan Paul Mayweather fight. Yeah, I think he was dicking around there.
Eddie Hearn is suggesting, and of course Eddie's always up to something, but he's suggesting that the fight was not moving any tickets, and they panicked, and they've moved it to a time where the Brits can fly in. Is what his read on it is. Which, if that is the case, that rules.
That is a perfect example. Uncle Eddie is lying through his teeth because there's no way in hell that fight was not pushing tickets. He's lying. He
rules. He's a weird one though, man. Like no one needs that fight delayed. We just wanted it over with, you know. It's weird. But anyway, what have we got here? TK's lies are so low on the scale of carnyism. Absolutely, yeah. It's endearing. I agree. We have fun with it. We don't want anyone to actually get fucked out of their money, right? We just want some bullshit every once in a while. It's all good. Eddie's the same way. Eddie Hearn is like, for all of the clips Jack and I will enjoy, he treats his fighters better than most promoters, right? Like, these guys get paid. You ain't in lawsuits every other week like some other British guys that I won't name because I'll end up in lawsuits. Yeah, someone asked if Anthem cares about Impact. I think a lot more than Sinclair does about Ring of Honor, right?
Yeah, I see people. I see a lot of people care about Impact, and I don't joke about them as much anymore because it seems like they have a talented roster there.
Yeah,
you know, they do some pretty good work, you know. But it's just traditional TNA stuff. They have their hits. They have their hits, and when their hits are usually pretty good, but their misses are just sometimes are just really bad.
It's a weird existence because you do, and listen. It's always hard to say because I don't want anyone to lose their jobs, right? But you do wonder, the longer that Impact's legacy just becomes we don't ever die and they exist as like 100,000 viewer show.
Yeah.
Like them memories of TNA and like 1 million plus viewers, it's very slowly will drain away, right? Like, I mean, at some point, this is just what they are. And that's fine, by the way. To me, they're like a modern version of what, not in the same level of popularity, but like, Don Callis, when he was there, always said, we want to be like ECW, just a weird promotion that lets guys reinvent themselves. And that's cool, right? But it must be said, WCW, man, they went out in grand fashion. They said, we ain't going to just become some loser promotion. We're going to die. We're going to end it all. We're going to go out and leave no doubt. And like Impact, it's like, they just sort of exist now. And that's cool, but it's less fun for the documentary. That's my take on this.
You're right. The Impact's just become content with what they are. They are what they're like. We understand. We are what we are. Then we're gonna hook up with AEW. Are we really gonna get anything back in return? No, but we're just gonna do this because it looks good.
Just in the game, man. Like, and that's the thing is, people do forget about the AEW thing. Is like they signed Gallows and Anderson last July, right? And they got all those. They got Heath. Someone else, Slammiversary. Remember that when they built the whole show around who are we going to sign? Remember that?
Yeah.
And that showed it a good number. And by the time Bound for Glory rolled around, they had lost like all of that interest. So the AEW thing, in my view, it kept them afloat because, brother, that show in an empty arena, holy shit, that's not easy. Now, as a wrestling fan, I can watch it. That's not a very palatable product. EY was the other one. There you go. They had some hype because Gallows and Anderson and like just the idea of it was fun. But man, by the end of the year, it's like they needed that AEW thing. Because, look, even if you just get Kenny matches out of it, like...
I mean, what did we get? We got Kenny versus Swan, Kenny versus Moose.
You also got remember they did the 6-man main event in January that popped a pretty decent number? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, I mean, they got Kenny Moose, but Kenny Moose was in Daly's place.
They did, but he was on their special. That's kind of like a weird choice, right? So we did the Impact Watch, and I did it with Joel Pearl and Steven Jensen, and they pointed out to me, and I kind of thought this. They was like, surely Sammy should have been the one that was a special, and Moose should have been the pay-per-view match. And I was like, yeah, that's of course what should have happened. Bizarre, man. Weird.
Can't believe you're even having that conversation in the first place.
I know, it's wild. The way they were talking about Anderson's record last night, it feels like the Good Brothers are far more just AEW talent on Impact than vice versa. Yeah, look, I don't know what to do with that. I mean, is there a chance Gallows and Anderson just next July we're off full-time AEW? There is. I don't know.
I mean, you would swear, if you never told anyone, you would swear Gallows and Anderson worked for AEW.
It's wild, man.
It's strange friggin' thing.
I do think Impact made a massive error with those guys, and I talked about this a lot of the time. When they came in, with the way that they handled it, and did that big shoot interview with Ryan Satin and all that good shit.
Yeah.
They should have become like a tag team territory and just tried to bring teams in for those to work, you know? Instead, they basically, their tag division is like the WWE tag division. They do 4 corner tags at every pay-per-view. They go 12 minutes. It's undercard shit. So really, you signed them, and they were just like, they were in the same role just as the champs for a bit. Like, it wasn't a great usage in my view. I think they should have gone all in on being some sort of like, you know, Crockett style in the 80s, like a tag team territory. Just find some teams for these guys to work. That's what I would have done. Because at the time, their top guy was like Eddie Edwards, and God bless, but Gallows and Anderson obviously are much more known than them.
I like Eddie. Eddie's a fine guy.
He's great. It's just name value is all I'm talking, you know?
I really thought Eddie Edwards would have been in NXT by now.
He seems like he loves being an Impact guy.
He does. I really thought NXT was gonna pick him up. Like, this is a few years ago when they were doing the Eddie World Title run. But no, I think Eddie just likes doing what he's doing.
He's a really underrated guy, I think, Eddie is, in the sense that when everyone names those guys from that era, it's like he never comes up, but he was like very, very good. Like excellent pro wrestler.
I'm interested to see. I saw another tweet today. Speaking of Eddie, like this Davey Richards comeback tour just keeps rolling along. I saw another date for him, and I started thinking, I'm like, somebody, I don't know who, somebody's going to end up signing Davey.
It's like, no, look, we're not working with him, but it certainly seems like he's come back to the business with like his head screwed on and in the right frame of mind. That's
we remember, Rob. I don't. Do you remember when Davey Richards was a big thing? Were you paying attention?
Yeah, I mean, he seemed to be like on the WWE radar with Eddie Edwards for a long time. So
a great team. Yeah,
I believe like that's the early 2010s, maybe like the late. So it's been a while.
Then he just left because he wanted to be a paramedic or whatever. And now all of a sudden, like, he's been. And I used to love watching Davey work. I thought he was a good worker. But now I'm starting to think, all right, he's picking up these indie dates, all at these different promotions. Who's going to jump and sign him?
I think Colt has got him on paper for a year at least. I could be wrong on that. He's working MLW, but I don't know if Colt's signed him.
MLW would probably be a good place for him.
That's where he's working, but I don't know. You know, like they sign some guys, they don't. They have these weird contracts, right?
Because you're right, though. For a WWE or AEW, you'd have to sit down with Davey and make sure his head's screwed on right.
Yeah, I mean, that's a case of a guy that you're just like, why take the risk if you're AEW or WWE? You know, it's like, we've got enough good match guys. I think. Ring of Honor is someone I could see swinging. By the way, this one for you, Jack. Did you see Chris Hero was producing at the pay-per-view?
I saw that, and I am so disappointed that Chris.
Why did Bob just like pop and then just like
guys?
What?
Where'd O'Neal go? He was here. O'Neal.
Sorry, what are you laughing at?
He just popped huge and then left.
Did you see it, O'Neal? Did you see the Fightful Select report?
I did.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, Jack, we can't just say that.
We can say it.
You can't do this to me.
We can say it. FightfulSelect.com. Everyone sign up. Go there. He only works 2 matches a year, folks.
I told you, man.
He's already worked 1. He's coming back for the second one against Big Bob Lashley.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
What's going on?
Jack's about to lose his shit, man. Someone explain
Look,
this to him.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I know he's probably not watching. Listen, I have a confession to make. I only do these shows with you guys in the hopes that SRS gives me a Comp Select account.
Yeah, I actually can get one, but I've never done it. How brutal is that,
Somebody
bro?
tell Sean I want a Comp account.
Bro, this is real, yeah. People hit me up and are like, listen, I wouldn't usually do this, but like, what's the select scoop? And I'm like, I don't know, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I don't know, someone will tell me. Okay, the scoop is, Bob, you say it. Let's let Bob announce a Fightful select scoop on Twitter. Just go. Go on, Bob.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Bro, you can do it. The chat's just gone exploding and leaked the whole thing. Just tell Jack, because I want to see Jack's reaction.
So apparently, the plan for Lashley at the moment for SummerSlam is not Brock. It's a guy that we saw wrestle Drew at the Royal Rumble this year, who wrestled Brock in the past couple times.
No.
This is like a rib, bro.
No.
Now listen,
No.
it'll be very bad. But as someone that's going to be there in person, it'll be cool to see his entrance, if nothing else. And then, I'll just go do whatever.
Everyone start the show. Someone please go back and find Bob's face when he reacted, because Jack, that was what he popped at when you and I were like, what's wrong with Bob? And he just like laughed. And...
I'm sorry. I thought I muted everything quick enough, and I lost it for a minute there.
You have got to be shitting me.
This is the shit I'm doing. Like, you really want me to sit there for an hour and a half and be like, well, they could elevate Matt Riddle here. Like, bro, they're doing Bill Goldberg. It's what it is. Like, just let it be. There's no point getting upset, Jake. It'll be what it is. They'll spear it and they'll do the thing. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Things I'll never forget looking at Bob's little face. I've never seen him so happy in all my life.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not happy. It's going to suck, but the entrance will be cool.
Bro, you was happy. Like, not happy, like, you popped. Like, it was a really sincere pop. There's nothing wrong with it. Hey, I'll watch that match. I'm cool.
I mean, again, the entrance will be good. I've talked at length on here about how they should use Goldberg. They have no desire to use him in the way that I suggest.
Dude, Jackie's like hot about this, man. Look at Jake's face.
Well, here's the thing: is that Brock should come back, but he's busy with his ponytail now.
You got to talk to him about that shit, Bob.
I'm not going to tell him anything, man. Were you going to tell him that it doesn't look good?
I'm going to walk up to him when he's working the main event of Full Gear in St. Louis and punch him straight in the face. That's what I'm going to do. I'm so pumped to see Brock Lesnar and Eddie Kingston work the main event in St. Louis. Can you believe it, Bob? We're going to see that shit live. Oh, man, imagine.
God, I mean, I don't know. It'll probably be, well, no, it won't, but
it'll be a fun 4-minute match. The match isn't the problem. The problem is it's another one of them things. Just like, how long can we do this for? That's the truth of it. I ain't gonna get mad about it. It'll be fine. But Jack's like texting his friends in the World Wrestling Federation. I've never seen him so fired up.
Jack's not happy right now.
I have had enough of this guy. So, Goldberg wants to come back. Here's what we do. You want Billy Goldberg back? We feed him to Karrion Kross.
Okay.
That's what we do, fellas. Kross choke his old ass to sleep.
Why did Jeremy tell us he was losing the belt? Do you remember? I swear, this is not me doing a bit. Jack pointed out on the show. Jack, he's messaged us, Jeremy, and was like, we've got to do the Karrion Kross bit. And I was like, why are we doing it this week? Did I miss something? And Jeremy goes, he's losing the belt next week. And I was
well, because
that was like a scoop. It was like, what?
Okay, but even from someone who doesn't watch NXT, I did not understand. I was like, they're not going to put that title on Johnny Gargano.
No, I just realized. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, it kind of felt like, Kross is coming up any day now. You'd think with fans coming back, but now, maybe they're going to do Kross against Joe, I guess.
Probably SummerSlam weekend, right?
Yeah, if I had to guess, they're going to move that takeover to Vegas and run that, and then probably Walter against, what's his name, that they canceled today?
Ilya.
Yeah, Ilya.
You know what? I've just realised something. Bill's not losing that match.
I don't necessarily... I mean, you guys talked about Money in the Bank a little bit, but it's not, a guarantee that Lashley's going to be champion going into that. And if he's not, I mean, it's fine. Like, That's a match that you can do as an attraction. Like Brock and Lashley doesn't need a title either.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's something that I'll watch it. I love Bill's entrance. It pops me every time.
Exactly, and I'm going to be there for it. Like, that's cool.
No, bro, I'm happy for you. But, like, here's the thing I'll say, right? I'm happy for you. And you know what, Bob, you know I'm pro Goldberg.
I'm happy for Bob. I'm happy for Bob.
I enjoy the Goldberg experience. I like that he comes out with blood all over his head and he hits himself on the door. I like all of it. I mean, it's good. I honestly find it enjoyable.
I love that he comes out concussed and almost kills the Undertaker.
He's tremendous.
I love it.
Listen, in a time where everyone's good in the ring, you must admit it is fun that someone can just get in the ring and be already concussed. That's hilarious. You can't argue with it, Jack.
Yeah.
But anyway, here's my point, okay? I have no issue with any of this. However, this is another one of those situations where the audience is inevitably going to be mean about it, and people are going to be like, why are they so nasty to the World Wrestling Federation? It's like, I feel like the audience has told them now, Bob, they don't really want Bill in these world title matches. Or, okay, it might not be a world title, but like, it feels like I've got to start reading their audience better, is what I would say. I'll watch the match. I'm cool for it. I'm happy for it. But, like, I don't know, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had to guess, they probably thought that Brock would come back for SummerSlam, and it seems like he's not going to now, and they're scrambling. It would be kind of funny if Riddle wins the briefcase and cashes in on Goldberg after Goldberg beats Lashley. That'd be kind of funny, I guess, but I don't want to see it. But
if Bob and Bill isn't the title match, what do you think could be? Randy and Riddle?
Yeah, I mean,
Randy wrestles for the belt at SummerSlam every year, I swear.
Guys, can we just fucking stop this? Bobby Lashley and Goldberg's going to be for the WWE Championship. Stop it. Just stop. Stop.
This is the best thing we've ever done on here, I swear. I honestly will never forget talking to Jack, looking at the bottom of my screen and just seeing Bob like just couldn't handle himself.
Then he just vanished.
I thought we'd been like attacked or something had happened to him.
Vanishes.
Oh man, that was incredible. Wow. I'm so glad we didn't do a big in-depth talk on Money in the Bank and then that came out. Like, what's the point, guys? You know, enjoy the show, don't enjoy the show, but like, just stop prognosticating and analysing. It's Bill Goldberg in 2021. Again, by the way, they did this at the Rumble.
Yeah, it wasn't good. That match with Drew was bad, but Drew was coming back from COVID. That might have
no fans. There was no fans. Bill Goldberg in front of no fans is like, you know,
yeah,
it's just not the same. I'm not even doing a bit when I say that. It's true. Like, it just isn't the same.
No, they can get a good match out. The match with Braun wasn't good. The match with Bray was very good. The
match with very good. You rule so much, Bob.
The match with Undertaker wasn't good, but they shouldn't have been in that position.
Just to be clear here, I have just said that Bill Goldberg can have a good match, and Bob's way of proving me right was saying this match sucked, that match sucked too, but it could have been good, and also this match sucked.
I love him to death. I just informed our friend Confirmed Shoot of the news, and he just goes to me, "Good luck to them."
Yeah, he's so great. How good is he at like doing the "I'm divorced" from the WWF thing? Yeah, he's the best. What a great character. Tremendous.
God, why are we doing this? I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, he's just mindless shit, Jay. I don't like to say on IRA show, but it is what it is.
Cena, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and all of this stuff is good for one night. It doesn't do anything for the product.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things. And look, Billy Goldberg's not winning. Bob will run through him.
Dude, he could win. Jack, he did the job in January.
Yeah.
He's a very good chance he wins this match. You know that, right? And he gets cashed in on. That seems like the most likely thing.
Yeah, and his contract is for 2 matches a year.
Imagine Bill shows up. He's like, okay, I'll go over Bob, but a cash-in will be a 3rd match. So.
Or is this the way?
Oh, no.
Is this the way we get Riddle versus Goldberg?
Yeah, see, Bob just referenced it. I don't know. I don't think he wants to work from that.
What's up? What are we talking about?
Bro, we're just pitching, like, Bill Goldberg solutions. Jack was talking about Riddle working him, and I just said, this will pop. I was like, Bill has 2 matches a year. How great would it be if he's like, so I'll win the belt, but a cash-in would be the 3rd match, right? So, like, you're going to have to, you have to multiply that wage. But, like, I think Bill could pin Bob. I mean, he did the job in January. I don't think he's keen on getting beat every time he wrestles.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I don't know if he's going to work a third match, but, I mean, this is why it's, like, stupid, right? It's like, you just lost your little title match. You're going to come back and you're just going to get another title match, and fans are supposed to be...
Yeah, well, this is why we don't do this talk,
right,
you know?
Right.
Imagine us sitting there for an hour and being like, well, John Morrison, he may be 41, but maybe it's the time. And it's like, it's Bill Goldberg. Like, doesn't... Just look at it. Look, it's a theme park, okay? They're going to get out the big shiny rides that you remember from your youth, and they're going to put them out there for the big shows. And you either enjoy the show or you don't. But please stop with our traditional wrestling thinking about who they're going to make and who they're going to push. And it's Bill again. In January, we did a show with Jack, and we all sat here and was like, why don't they give this to someone? Here's the irony of this. This is tremendous, right? We all sat here, and I was like, you know, it'd be good if they give this spot to like an Andrade or someone that needs to go up the card. All those guys are released, by the way, now. They're all gone. They will always go back to these guys, and it's a crutch. And it will be defended every time.
Got another breaking news.
What?
Oh, no.
The 8th woman in the Money in the Bank ladder match has been revealed.
Who is it?
Tamina Snuka.
What the Christ, man?
You guys wanted me to talk Money in the Bank, bro. Man.
All right, you know what? Remember as being a nice guy, I said I'm going to watch them this weekend. No, fuck them. I don't think I'm watching shit.
Wow, they lost you before it even started.
Oh, guys, what a spectacular company. What a spectacular
Like, I'm not even doing a bit here. Becky's got to be in that match. Someone's going to have to be taken out of it.
Yeah.
You know, like Evil will take Lexa or something.
Yes, they've got to do something. Like they cannot go in with these 8. They will, but they can't.
I think they'll do Eva and Doudrop do something to Alexa.
Oh.
They've got to, man. They've got to do something. Like they can't be running that 8. That 8 is just.
Yeah, people in the chat are saying no. It's real, Rishan. Like the WWE account tweeted it. I'm about to do the article on it. People are saying Liv gets taken out, and like that. Like that makes sense because they're building her as the underdog. Yeah, it's very Lana shit, right? Like this is what they did to Lana. Like Lana will get her moment. Don't worry, Lana will get her moment. And then she'd just be like beat Nia in a tables match, and it was like pretty meaningless. And then she did nothing.
Oh no! Confirmed shoot has arrived here in the chat, folks.
Where is it?
He says, "Hi guys, just dropping in to remind you that AEW's in the mud again." This is an elite show. We've actually peaked on this, right? This is an all-timer.
Look at this women's Money in the Bank, dude. Look at this fucking thing. Look at this thing.
Why have we got 85 viewers?
I just tweeted. I tweeted that we were breaking news on the Twitch, which isn't completely incorrect.
Guys, I'm really sorry. I mean, we have lost the plot. We were talking about Ring of Honor and all this other shit. I swear on my life, he's now gone because he's got to do work.
Fightful Faithful.
The Bill Goldberg news broke, and Bob O'Neill legitimately on air nearly shit his pants. I've never seen anything like Bob. He covered his mouth like this, like he was. I've never seen such excitement. I
didn't know what happened. I saw Sean's tweet, and and then I read the story, and I saw O'Neill pop off, and then when I popped back on, because I was on the phone with Bruce, and when I popped back on, I saw O'Neill pop off, and you guys are like, "What happened to O'Neill? Where'd he go?" And then when he popped back on, I was like, "O'Neill, did you see it?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I was so excited. You can actually. Oh man, let me run some stuff down right fast.
Hello.
Matthew from Botchamania following us. Thanks, buddy. Proud Mongrovian with the follow. Real Perfect 10 with the follow. Hannah, Queen's Court, resubscribing. 7 months now. Tier 2 subscription, too. Says I'm the greatest person in wrestling media ever. Gis Swag with the follow. D Brown 219 with the follow. Get Matthew from Matthew from Botchamania following. Patrick 1V11. That's a Roman numeral, I assume. I'm not good with Roman numerals. Appreciate the follow. Wowzed 19. Appreciate the follow. Most nuts ever. Congratulations on that. Thank you for the follow. Funk X Plays. Thank you for the follow. Just getting a bunch of follows right now. Apparently, Joseph, all I got to do on Twitter is just say we're breaking news on Twitch.
100 views.
And
Hello.
And people are coming
Fightful
in.
Faithful.
I gotta call him out. I gotta call Jeremy. Just message on my phone from the legend himself, my coworker, Denny Burkholder.
Hello.
WWE
Fightful
teased the
Faithful.
mystery entrant in the Women's Money in the Bank match, and it was Tamina, and they revealed it on a Thursday.
It can't be. Dude, this is swear. Someone's going to take
This
my
company, man.
Bro,
I come on this show. I come in front of this microphone, and I say, listen, guys, I'm going to watch the WWF this weekend. Okay, I'm excited about it.
Fightful Faithful.
And in a span of 10 minutes, that company tells me, no, you idiot. You keep your distance.
So many more people following.
Fightful
Let
Faithful.
me get some more the followers here. FunX Plays, Rookie Gamer 619, Assault Driver, Mr. Flumi, Jack Dobbs 2, all with the follows. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys again. Apparently, I just tweet we're breaking news, and this is what happens. I got to use just Sean's scoops more often when we do these shows. He should break news only when we're on Twitch.
This is such an awful advertisement for Fightful. Like, we're breaking news and it just comes to us dipshits sitting here popping a field goal. Okay, I don't know. Honestly, guys, I've never lost control of this show to the degree that I have in the last 10 minutes. It's been an out-of-body experience. And Bob doesn't know how to play it because he's really excited, but he understands it's bad. It's incredible TV content and just amazing. Carry on.
Again, I'm only excited because I'm going to be there and I want to see his entrance. And again,
You're going to be at Raw on Monday?
No.
Oh, you're going to be at SummerSlam. Oh, you're excited.
I might be at Raw in a couple weeks, but I probably won't end up going because I don't. That sounds bad. If I go, I could go to the Super Show like 2 days before and spend a quarter of the money and also see Roman, instead of going to Raw. So.
Okay, guys, seriously, please tell me I'm not being silly here. There's no way that's the final 8 women, right? Something's happening. Please, guys. I don't care. I'm just asking. Am I crazy here?
No, that's what I was thinking too. Like, they're going to do some sort of shit on the pre-show or earlier in the show.
It will be Alexa, right? Because, like, Alexa shouldn't really be in that match anyways. Very weird fit. So,
yeah. Becky
in for Alexa. Dude, how great is it using Alexa to sell $800 cameos and just not having her on the show? Respect the hustle.
Hey, man. It feels like they keep, and I know you guys talked about this, but they keep raising the price and people keep buying them. It's great. Like, I mean, not for me. I don't care. I don't get any of the money. I don't pay any of the money, but it's great for
Dude, I understand why people dunk on it, and rightly so, because that's a weird investment of your money. But you got to say, like, people on here do, like, really sleep on how popular she is. Granted, certain audiences you may not want to be popular with, but, like, she's just generally popular. Bumble T, he was at the Money in the Bank gimmick when she won it. That crowd,
she got a huge pop for winning and cashing in, yes.
Yeah. Crowds generally have liked her. So maybe don't take her out, but then I guess Becky, who cares?
I legit think it's going to be Liv. Like, that's just what they that's what they do. Right? That's what they do, right?
Look at this loser. Someone said Tamina's going to... Wow. Greg says Tamina's going to try that splash off a ladder. Listen, Greg, she's not going to try anything off any ladders. So I'm carried away here.
I mean, Sean says here that there was a push to have Sonya be in the match, but...
Need Tamina, brother. It sucks, guys. This is what I mean. We're not doing it anymore. I swear, I'm not doing a bit. Today was the last straw.
I really can't get over it. I went public today and said, I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch.
Jack is so defeated. Jack is so defeated.
She said you was excited. Yeah, yes. You was excited.
And then WWE just spit in my face in a 10-minute span. So get out of here.
Jack is
so good because nothing's even happened on the show. It's purely just like the announcements that killed you. Like, oh man.
Yeah. Oh man. And
fucking Tamina. Fucking Tamina.
Honestly, I'm not even doing a bit here. I know that Jack's selling, and you know, if your reaction to this isn't a chuckle, I feel like you're playing the game wrong. You know, like this is hilarious, guys. This is not messing. I mean, we spent 40 minutes on today. Was Dynamite the best TV of the year? And then they're like, we've got Bill Goldberg. So I'm not trying to do like a WWE thing, but at the same time, like. At the same time, like, what game are we playing here? Because it feels like we should all just like talk about one of these things and not the other. because we could do the thing where we pretend to rant about it and be like Goldberg, and like they're gonna just keep doing it. So maybe we should just stop and like move on and let them do their bullshit over there.
Britt Baker cuts a fantastic promo last night. 24 hours later, WWE goes, "We got a Tamina."
It's crazy. At some point, if someone tells you this many times this is who they are and what they do, you should just listen to them, accept it, and move on. That's what they're my honest take.
Guys, this is just incredible.
It's so on brand, though. Why are we surprised?
This is incredible. I am so glad this happened during the show. This is.
I told Sean he can only break news when we're on Twitch from now on.
Yeah. And we've got Jack.
Yeah.
Oh man, this has been a mess.
It has. I've lost complete control, but it popped me so much.
Wow.
Dude, that 8-woman lineup is like unlike anything you'll ever see in this history of this business. Like it is.
Dude, the photo
incredible.
is amazing.
This company has the most talent in terms of females ever, I think, assembled on an American promotion.
Yeah.
And even within that match, and Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, these are all great talents in the completely wrong role, in the completely wrong presentation. Like, what a calamity that thing is. What a sad state of affairs, guys. Seriously.
I guess, what the thing is to me is if you are going to have someone get taken out and take their spot, like, that's a cool surprise for the live crowd, but why don't you just keep a spot open and then
Because they're working the smartphone, you see, but they're so clever they have to like take you one way and the other, you see.
Because then you could avoid this reaction that you're getting right now, where people don't care for Tamina.
Because this is what they intend to do, Bob. It is now like WCW, where it's like they're trying to work us dipshits and try and make us upset. This is it. That's the whole bit.
The World Wrestling Federation left the spot open. The women's Money in the Bank match, and then at 5:30 on a fucking Thursday said. It's Tamina.
To be fair, like, why not just announce her and Natty together? That feels like what they should have done. Right?
Because they probably didn't know it was going to be Tamina until.
And that's why we shouldn't spend hours analyzing shit they don't already know. Like it's dumb.
Yeah.
That also is a hilarious way to announce those two of all people.
What do you mean, like on Twitter?
Yeah, just no fanfare. Just
Dude, that whole act, like, let's be real, like, bless Natty, I saw a match with Rhea, I liked it, but, like, I just said they have the most female talent ever assembled on a US promotion, like, we're actually still doing Tamina and Natty as, like, an act. It's like, what is the point?
I mean, they're losing in 4 minutes to Knox and Shotzi.
I'm the arsehole that's like, I have to be the one that goes, I'm not actually fully confident that Shotzi's going to be the biggest star in the history of the world. Be like, you dick. How can you not trust the creative system? It's like, well, they've done it with everyone else. What do you want me to do here?
Everyone is the thing with they think Shotzi's going to be the biggest. Like, she just sells merch. Look at her. Like, it's just a gimmick that is just going to hit the tank.
He's a coin flipper. Like, if he walks in that day and likes tanks, it'll get over with him, and that's it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, the idea that we still have to do this thing where we do this like analysis. Well, she sells merch and she has a charismatic brother. It means nothing. Why are we still doing this? Oh, it annoys me. It does frustrate me because we have to still pretend there's a science to it. And it's like there's no science.
No.
It's just nonsense. Why am I going to be confident in Shotzi when Ruby Riott just lost her job after doing nothing for years? Do you know how good Ruby Riott is a pro wrestler? It's not even worth talking about. A. Hammond 316 is now following. Oh, how?
Yeah, we got Hammond 316, Dark Defender 1390, him Jesse, Jack Dobbs 2, and Mr. Flumey. I think I read a couple of those, but that's okay. You read again. Yeah, a lot of followers off of just
Everyone are gonna get shown sitting here like, here's the deal, guys, and instead it was us three being like, we're sorry, guys. We do not represent Fightful as a brand. We merely represent us dipshits alone. That's all.
Yeah, Sean disassociates himself from this as much as he can.
Yeah.
He's like he's rarely on this channel, everybody. So if you want to like unfollow, thinking you're just gonna see Sean Ross Sapp videos, typically what you're gonna see is Joseph and I and doing a bunch of bullshits.
He messaged me on Tuesday and was like, "That's one of the best / worst things we've ever done."
He did the same thing. He said that on Skype to me. He's like, that was one of the best things we've ever done on Fightful. And I was like, thanks.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that whole thing because, I go on and I'm just like, oh, this is just going to be like 3 or 4 people. And then I get off and like Sean comes on and John Elba comes on. It's just a bunch of like legitimate people you somehow wrangled into doing it.
I didn't somehow wrangle them into it. I DM'd them.
I got to say this, Jeremy. You got to just let me do this. I cannot stress how great Jeremy Lambert is at everything. He pitches this idea, and like, this is the dumbest thing we've ever done. I'm like, this is going to suck. So I just show up for it. I let Jeremy do his thing. I trust him. I let him do his thing. He has like John Albert logging on to do a fake media thing. We ended up going 50 minutes almost.
Just which is about the runtime of regular media calls.
Bro, but like, honestly, I'm watching Jeremy while I'm doing this and thinking, this guy is a lunatic. Like, how did you know this was going to work? We've got real journalists asking questions about a fake promotion called Booty Pro Wrestling. You can only admire Joe. And everyone was tweeting me like, Joe, you were amazing on the show. I was like, bro, I turned up. I didn't know what was going to happen. It's hilarious.
I was telling the EP, I was like, yeah, before the show, Joseph tells me, he's just like, what are we doing? What is the point of this? Like,
I had no idea why it was funny.
He seemed like defeated already and didn't understand it. And then after the show, he's like, that may have been the best thing we've ever done. That was tremendous. And she's like, he's just got to trust you. He's got to trust you. I was like, I know. I tell him this all the time. Just trust me.
I would never stop you from doing it. I just doubted it.
I know.
I always let you, because I do assume it'll work. Jack, are you okay? Have you recovered yet? Jack, are you good?
Jack's just...
Bill Goldberg is going to come out there on TV. He's going to look Bobby Lashley straight in the eyes. Can't breathe because he's not doing any cardio, so he's going to have a stroke, and then he's going to go, you're next, and you're supposed to sit there and go, that's it. That's the winner right there.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to say. I think the match will be hilarious. I'm 100% watching it. I'm all in on the match. I think it'll be so funny.
No,
but
you know what? You kind of. I was okay at first, but you scared me because you're right. There's a chance he could win.
Yeah, I think there's a 100% chance he's not signing up just to lose 2 matches and go home. Like, I think he's a good chance he wins and gets cashed in on. I don't think he's leaving as champ, but I definitely think he could beat Bob because, like, Bob is also Harold's Bob. I love Bob. Harold's like 45.
4.
Is he older than that? I'm looking it up right now. He's 44.
How old is 44?
44. Yeah. I mean, you could definitely see Bruce talking himself into that with Vince, right? Well, he's 44 anyway. Quick jackhammer won't hurt him. Man, you got to love that we had 100 people and 44 of them in the last 10 minutes just like, what the fuck is this show that's left? You can only respect how weird this show is, right? Like, listen, guys, if you're still one of the people that came for news and you've stayed this long, I have no idea why, but God bless.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think, to be said, I think there's a good chance Riddle cashes in on Bill, as Jack said earlier, and then you do Randy and Riddle as a title program, I guess.
I don't. What, like, did I don't know. Did somebody in that company wake up and go, "Hey, man, we got to get Billy G's second match out of the way"?
All right. Yes.
No faith in their guys, man. They got no faith in their full-time guys. It's been this way for the longest.
It's there's no reason for it. There's no need for this. And I understand, like, you guys before were trying to book like it doesn't have to be for the title. This is going to be for the title. Bobby Lashley is going to be a WWE champion. This is for the title.
It doesn't really matter, does it? Let's be honest. Does it matter if it's for the belt or not? Like, it's what does the belt mean? Jack, you said this to me a week ago. Roman Reigns is the champion of WWE. The other belt is like, it's the secondary. Like, who cares?
It's sad that it's like the running list right now as far as world champions in wrestling go. It's Roman Reigns, Kenny Omega, and Bobby Lashley. I think in that order, 1, 2, 3.
And then, like, when Sammy wins it, and then he'll go up to.
When Sammy wins it, we do like the reverse Pro Wrestling Illustrated, where we refuse to acknowledge the Impact title as a sanctioned world championship.
Their rankings are the best shit. Like, because they just rank the champs. Like, you just did there. Yeah. That's just what their rankings are. So it'll be like Jacob Fatu 6. Like, yeah, man, that's just what it is. I liked when Apter did the Brock chokes in big matches, and everyone was like, he has 4-star matches. Like, you realise Bill is 100% talking in a shoot here, yeah? Like, he's kayfabing this to the fullest. Dan, I appreciate you still care, my friend, but at some point you gotta listen when they keep whacking you over the head with this shit. It's not good for anyone's health.
Fucking Goldberg, man.
Rishi has pointed out that you forgot Karrion Kross, Jack, which is very bad. When you was listing world champions, you did not name Karrion Kross.
Oh, shit. I didn't really. Yes. Yeah, Karrion Kross, Roman. Shit. No, I missed it.
Jack's like trying to pretend to save that right there, and then he's like, no.
I can't even do it.
Guys, I'm worried about Jack.
I am too. He actually looks like, genuinely.
It's tough.
You need to go and rewatch Dynamite, bro.
I mean, I'm still. I might just watch it on a loop tonight. No, I'm still gonna. No, I'll still watch SmackDown tomorrow because I'm curious. Money in the Bank now. I don't know. There's got to be something. There has to be something that they're gonna give.
Yeah, well, the women's. There's no way the women's match is gonna stay that way. I refuse that. They're not that bad.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because it will eventually be shit because that's what they do. And I was talking earlier on the show about how there's like 4 guys that are hotter now than when they left crowds. And someone was like, "Are you gonna regret this when people pop on SmackDown?" I'm like, "Who are they gonna pop for? Like seriously, like who are they?" Edge was gonna get a pop anyway. Obviously, Edge gets a pop. It's Edge. Apollo, is Apollo gonna walk out to some star reaction now? No, like.
No, as far
they've got no one over. Let's just be real. Like this, honestly, seriously. And here's the thing: it's because they've not tried to, because they don't care. The end.
I think they'll pop for Bianca, but that's not. I mean, they do it anyway.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's
Bianca's one they'll pop for.
Yeah, they did a good job. I'm not. I think they've done a great job since she went to SmackDown. Before that, they just did nothing, which was weird.
Yeah.
Since she went to SmackDown, they've done a great job. You're right.
But she was on course for that anyway. Like her reaction when she came out in the Royal Rumble. I still
think they give her a star presentation, but a good call, Bob. Like, I think the women's stuff is generally handled better, even with all of its flaws in terms of like big picture, because at least they like do stuff. At least they are not like constantly going to the veteran wheel, like they're like Banks and Belair was a main event of just modern stars, and that's with the men. That's like Mission Impossible.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
kind of sucks, doesn't it, Bob?
It kind of is what it is, man. Like,
it is,
come on, Emil. This is your company. You fly the flag. You're happy for Goldberg, right? This is your guy. This is your guy.
I already explained why I was happy for Goldberg.
Dude, the entrance rules. Let's not pretend it doesn't rule.
Yeah.
No, the entrance rules. Like Karrion Kross. Like the entrance rules.
How dare you, Jack Crosby? That's the worst shit you've ever seen.
Everything's about the entrance, just like Kross. That's the best entrance in wrestling.
That entrance isn't good either.
That's a disgusting comparison.
Fine, bring back the Undertaker. Just do the entrance. Everyone loves the entrance of the Undertaker.
Don't ask him to do that.
Right?
He'll be back.
Don't worry. The Undertaker. I will take this to my grave, pun intended. But once they go back to Saudi Arabia, the Undertaker's strapping them boots back on, baby, and all that bullshit last year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna when that's announced, when they go back to, I'm just gonna every day I'm just gonna hashtag thank you Taker.
Tremendous send-off.
People got legit mad at me when Survivor Series. I was like, would you people stop it? As soon as they go back to Saudi Arabia, he's coming back.
Oh yeah. Well, and they had that whole 5-part documentary too, where he's like, "I'm retired," but then at the end, he was pretty much like, "Never say never." I'm like, what did we watch the last 5 weeks for?
Those Saudis are gonna go, yeah, Undertaker. Vince is gonna go, he retired actually during the pandemic, and they're gonna go, cool story. Get the Undertaker.
I mean, that's another
stuff. Try it, Bob.
Well, that's another guy where I've never seen him in person, so the entrance would be cool, but that's all I want to see of him.
The thing with Taker is, I actually thought, I'm not even doing a bit here, I actually thought they did a really nice job of handling his retirement, whether you believe it or not, because he is very significant. But I will say, the Survivor Series part of it was one of the worst things I've ever seen, where they had all those legends there and they just left, and then he walked out and there was he just sort of stood there as the Undertaker, right, and cut a promo. Am I misremembering this? Didn't he spend 6 months becoming Mark only to just dress up as the Undertaker?
Yeah, and that was the main event segment of Survivor Series.
Sorry to hear that.
I think they got to do something with him in front of fans, right? Like they got to give him like a send off in front of fans.
Oh, yeah. He should go to the All Elite Fleet and work Ethan Page in a coffee.
No, that's what.
Dude, he comes in. They work Sting. He works the match against Sting.
Imagine Ethan going, he goes Edge on Taker.
Tony Khan's gonna make it his life's mission to give wrestling fans what WWE couldn't. Like he's gonna be like, all right, you want WWE could never get Shaq in the Big Show. I'm gonna give you Shaq in the Big Show. You want the Undertaker Sting? I'm gonna give you the Undertaker and Sting.
Yeah, and in his mind, he's like, you wanted Matt Hardy and Christian? Here it is. Like, his brain's right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find stuff like this funny, and I genuinely, I know that Jack's here, and Jack appears to have like a nervous breakdown, but I think Jack finds it funny too, deep down in his soul.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny, man, because let's be quite honest about this.
I think
we get our enjoyment elsewhere. This to us is just funny.
The Goldberg stuff, it is what it is. But I think the Tamina thing is popping me more because they led you to believe, all right, there's this spot open. I don't know. It could be Sonya. I don't know. People are saying Becky Lynch is here. I don't know. And then on Thursday afternoon, they go, it's Tamina. Please clap.
Dude, I'm telling you, listen, again, if this is not the case, I will apologize to you privately, publicly, all of the above. I think this is a case of them doing the thing where they're like, we'll fool everyone that's thinking it's Becky, and then it'll be Becky anyway when we take someone out. If that ain't the case and they run that 8, then God bless. But I do think that feels like something they would do. Jeremy, you do all these newsbeats. That seems like something they do, right? Where they tease a special one, make you think there's not one, and then they go back to it. Bill is a funnier topic because it's like, you know that Bob's correct, right? Like, they wanted Brock and just couldn't get Brock. I was like, okay, Bill Goldberg. Works for me, pal. Bill Goldberg, let's roll.
I could definitely see. I do think they're going to do something similar with. Yeah. They did Tamina, take somebody out. Here's Becky. Like they got to give that crowd. They got to give that crowd something, right? They can't.
In this match right now.
Do what?
If this match doesn't have Becky or Sonya or anyone, who would win it? I know it's not a shoot. I mean, like if it stays
Nikki, I'm telling you. Bro. I'm telling you.
Bro, when Jack said Eugene, I was like.
It was correct.
Did you hear that analogy?
Oh, it's so true, but I didn't know if we were going to be in trouble.
Well, people like in defense of the Nikki Cross character, the superhero one, they're like, well, it worked for Hurricane Helms. I'm like, here's the difference between what Shane Helms did and what Nikki's doing. It's like Shane Helms was just a delusional guy who thought he was a superhero. Funny stuff. Nikki Cross is coming to, like Eugene.
Yeah. I do feel bad for her.
And again, no offense to Nikki, I understand it was her idea. That's cool. Shoot your shot. But it's not good. That doesn't make it. It's not good.
No, I feel bad for her because I feel like she pitched this knowing what her situation was, and I think that's a shame because. I think when she was with Alexa, there was a chance to split them off and actually have 2 hot singles. Yeah. But obviously, them being them, they split them off and got 0 hot singles, which is, it begs belief. How do you do that, Jack? I don't know.
Dan.
But, they never wanted to use her, let's be honest, and she has to be this character to get on TV. Sorry, Jim, what was you going to say?
I would say Dan makes a good point. He says Friday's in front of the crowd, so they probably didn't want boos if people thought it was Becky, and it turned out to be Tamina. Yeah, you don't want to put Sonya out there, be like, oh, the final entrance. Here we go, and
here's the thing with that though, and this is crazy talk. So just hear me out. What if it isn't Tamina? What if it they never consider having Tamina on TV, let alone the Money in the Bank ladder match? What if it was just good? And people liked it?
Joseph, you can't
what if someone just went, hang on a minute, why don't we not have Natty and Tamina as centerpieces of our division in 2021? No, you can't do it. What if we just didn't do any of this shit? What if we stopped talking about wrestling? I bet confirmed shoot. He only came in here briefly, and you just know that he's in and out of 15 DMs right now, just victory lapping, just popping in huge, and that's that guy. No one in chat even knows who we're referencing. That's the funniest part. We're just talking pure inside baseball. I'm sorry, guys. Wow.
I mean, he has the same name on Twitter.
Yeah, but like, people don't know like our mutuals, you know? They just watch the distraction or whatever the hell this thing is.
I don't get DMs from the confirmed shoot. I didn't get invited to the zoo. Nothing.
You gonna come to the zoo?
I wasn't invited to the zoo,
Dude,
so
it's gonna be like 10 people. You gotta come.
if I get an invite, I will come. Nobody's invited.
I'm inviting you.
Okay, then I'll be at the zoo.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fight that weekend. You know that, right?
Me and you?
We're just gonna, as a group, we're gonna just find a bunch of little fellas and just kick the shit out of them. Just lightweight.
I'm gonna go around V-triggering people. I legit want to record a bit where I just go around and like just V-trigger.
You're gonna do a V-trigger. I'm gonna pick a guy up and just ego's edge them just in the middle of the street.
I have so many ideas when we're together in St. Louis of just doing the shit we would do, and of course we're just actually together to do it. It's gonna be fun.
I'm actually gonna buy those shirts, bro. I'm actually gonna buy like the full like Ethan Page-esque like wacky t-shirts. So pumped.
Has Kenny Omega come out with a V-trigger shirt? O'Neal, you're an AEW guy. Does Kenny Omega have a V-trigger shirt? Okay, Jack.
I don't believe so.
Jack, you gotta go.
Yeah, it's my time.
Thank you for joining.
This has been an all-timer, Jack. An all-timer.
Bye, Jack.
Fellas, I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, Jack. Have a good night. Oops. Enjoy the Yankees.
God damn it.
Okay, I am here permanently now.
All right, we're gonna do this crossword here after I do this
That's
post.
fine. Oh man. No, Joseph.
What?
That's not.
What?
Joseph said carrion crossword.
That seems funny. It seems funny. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it wasn't funny.
It was funny. I mean,
it's funny.
Oh man,
dude. Wrestling rules so much.
Yeah,
I love that it's no longer like a sad thing for me to discuss, and I just pop.
Good. I'm glad you're at that place too.
That's all you can do, man.
Like, I'm just literally going to people's accounts just to like laugh at their sadness, which seems really sadistic when I think about it. So I'm going to stop doing that. But I'm happy, which is all that matters, right, guys?
Well, that's what they get though if they tweet about wrestling. What you need to do if you're going to discuss wrestling is do it privately.
Do you know what else, Bob? I was watching Malachi Black and Cody Rhodes, and I was thinking, are these guys taking a shot at Bob O'Neill and his ongoing theory that wrestling is no longer a case of black and white and merely a landscape of muted greys, where evil is indistinguishable from good, or whatever the hell it is? Did you see my title for the Rhea Ripley one, by the way? Did you see that?
Yes.
Why did you just show me your shirt? What was that about?
That's what it's from. You didn't know that's what it's from? It's from the intro.
Actually, no idea. I had no idea, but I swear on my life.
From the intro of In Your House Canadian Stampede.
Really?
Brother, I had no clue, I swear.
I legit thought it was from like a comic or something. I didn't know it was from...
I thought it was a Twitter bit, like, cleaner, I've got this, you know?
No, it's from their intro.
Wow.
Okay, here's guys, we've got 60 people in here, so I apologise for this.
That's in advance. Next level, honestly, O'Neal.
This is a callback to last week. Bob O'Neill. Now that Bill Goldberg will be working SummerSlam, are you more or less likely to shit your pants live in attendance?
Ideally, no one in the building will shit their pants.
Well, we're not talking about no one. We're specifically wondering about you.
If Bob works a certain way, Bill Goldberg might shit his pants. Okay.
Oh.
You ducked that question, Bob. You're a coward. Have we got this crossword ready yet?
I gotta finish an article first.
Okay, you good.
Yeah, we need to just talk, man. I've been in and out. Now I'm in. It's good stuff.
I'm in a great place right now, and I'm just delighted at this. I'm glad I apologised to people on air, but at the same time, I now feel vindicated by the fact that this stuff has come out since. What is the point of speculating? Who could possibly care? Proud Mongrovian, you're the first person that's done that comparison with Bob, and I just want to say you're the man for that, because that's what I've been shooting for. Thank you. I don't have the American powers of get, but God bless. Anyway, people talking about the shits, which is bad. You're more excited for SummerSlam though, right? Like that's what you're. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Bob. I'll let you say it because I'm going to give you this as a bridge. I'm somewhat excited to see Bob Lashley and Bill Goldberg do this damn match. I think it's going to be hilarious. 4 minutes, spears, jackhammer.
I mean, that's the thing. It'll be fine. They'll keep it short. Like, I'm not looking forward to the 6 weeks of discussion we're gonna have about it. But
can we establish now that it's very cut and dry? Can we actually do this seriously? You're my friend. We'll do this.
Yeah.
Is there any need for this? No.
No.
There's no need. It's probably doing fine tickets wise anyway. There's no need. It's fine.
Dude, this is
it was
what
almost sold out, I believe.
This is what they do, though, right? Like,
yes.
It's you said it on the show, Joseph. It's like, all right, let's bring in Cena, Goldberg, and Becky will at least be back full time, I would assume. But you know, we're gonna try to get Brock and everything, and then these guys will disappear. The actual stars will disappear, and it's like, oh, we're left with John Morrison and Ricochet.
Tape Machine's just tweeted a picture of Bill Goldberg with a caption, hearing word that Long Dick Bob.
What?
What an incredibly just bold play that is on social media. Anyway, Long Dick Bob, wow. Look, there's no need for it. It doesn't really do anything for business. It might get the ratings up a tick. It's a short-term play when we're all waiting for more long-term plays that we've been waiting for 5 years. Bob, is there any of that wrong, if we're being honest, even though you and I are going to enjoy the match? Like, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It would help someone to have this spot, but like, they're not going to do that, so whatever.
It's interesting thinking about, 10 years from now, what they're going to do, who's going to be the big star from this era they bring back.
It's kind of concerning, right?
But there's a lot of things in the next 10 years that'll be concerning, in wrestling and not in wrestling, so...
David, look, I think it's legacy content, right? They'll always have that archive. They'll always have, there'll always be a conglomerate that people see appealing and all that good stuff, and that's absolutely fine. I think it's... I never like doing this, I don't like lecturing people. If you like Raw, man, fucking enjoy Raw. I'm not here to tell you it's good or bad. Enjoy Raw. SmackDown apparently is good, enjoy that. I do think if your reaction to this news was anger and rage, you probably need to, split your energy better, Yeah. Because, at that point, you're getting mad about something they've done to you continually. Just take it easy, That's my honest reaction. They did this in January, guys. We really going to sell and be angry? It is what it is, right?
Well, we've talked about this before, even on here, where, just don't get in too deep. That's what you need to do. And we talked about that last night even. Just if you realize that you're in too deep, you gotta just pull back a little bit and kind of reframe how you look at things.
Because if you do go down that route, you will find yourself truly just resenting the whole medium of wrestling, which is just, if it's something you enjoy, that's just no good. It's Raw Showtime Good Pal on the Twitter says, my issue is I love seeing Gold, not when he's in the title picture. That makes sense. No, absolutely, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I just think what you should, and this is not me being a dick, genuinely I'm being a friend saying, I think you're probably best to think of those belts less as you maybe did as a kid, and realise to them it's just a thing you put on the billboard, the belt, it's... They
don't matter.
Yeah, and especially that one, because Roman is the champ. That shit ain't But I get you, 100% I get you. Joe's shooting hard on Jay. Jack's missing, bro. He's already forgotten about this shit, I don't care. Jack's got a lot more important. I know you're joking too, Tony says, you don't trust me. Jack's, he's trying to make this fun and entertaining, but he's already stopped caring about Bill Goldberg. WWE is the opposite of Easter eggs. Don't look too closely or the experience worsens. Yeah, that's probably true. Don't think about it much.
I will say it's interesting that Goldberg had a title match this year, lost, and now we'll probably get another title match with very little explanation, but...
It's a product built for the ultimate broad strokes where a guy can drop in and out at any time. And at the biggest shows, they render the rest of the year irrelevant. That's the truth. You can watch the TV all year round. At WrestleMania time, the card will look no different, and you'll be left wasted with all that investment, And, that can be a flaw or a feature depending on how you want to experience it. If you just want to come in and out, it's good, right? You can always kind of drop in and not really, what do you really miss, There's no, real point to any of it. It's just, shit's just happening. He wants to do Goldberg. That's Goldberg.
I mean, trust me, I wish it was Brock, too.
Oh, I know, yeah, I get it, 100%. I mean, let's be really honest about this, dude. if you time it better, it could be Kofi. How great has Kofi been as the babyface? I watched that promo segment from last week.
Yeah.
Kofi's a special babyface, but in their mind, he's not a big enough star for SummerSlam. So we'll do Goldberg.
No,
you know?
I mean, Kofi's a guy that, the promos the past couple weeks, I was like, hey, just give him the title. Like, who cares? Money in the Bank. Fans will love it.
That there is wrestling at its best, right? Kevin Owens did this with Roman, where a guy just talks himself into a title win almost. And it's like, maybe do it. And as a booker, I think it's good sometimes not to do that because you don't want to just be, led every which way. But I think it's a case of they just don't see Kofi as a bigger star as some of us do. And that's a bummer because, not me so much, but you're someone that watches the show and, like, at the end of the day, it's just, it almost is, again, if you're entertained, I'm not knocking that out. But it does feel like it's increasingly less important to just, like, pay attention. Which is, I think, is bad overall. That's just me. Whatever, I don't know.
You know what else is kind of interesting to me? Like, every time there's an AEW surprise, everyone will be like, oh, the wrestling writers kept this under wraps. And then every time there's a WWE surprise, it gets out. Well, part of that is WWE has, like, 25 people that know, and AEW has, like, 3.
It's also, and this is not going to be this way forever, like, AEW is so young that, like, legitimately 99% of people that work for them are, like, really, like, marching uphill like an army kind of thing. Mm-hmm. They don't want to leak shit. To be fair, the Malachi Black thing got out, right? So whatever. Sorry, I was in the chat, but what was we talking about? Yeah, it's mostly just like there are people that want stuff to be leaked because they like, fuck this place. That's basically what it is. We'll be honest. Third Man, I saw a clip of the promo. I didn't think the Money in the Bank conversation was any good or entertaining, so we just left. Like I detoured the show and took it away from it. I'm sorry. We're probably not the podcast for WWE Talk, honest. Like, there's some good ones that do it and do a way better job than us. I said it on here earlier, and Jeremy, I don't know if you're with this or not, but like, I think we've got to really try and just diversify the range of shit we talk about and have AEW as kind of centerpiece, Like, the WWE shit sucks, bro. Like, not this product. I mean, our conversation about it. My conversation, not yours. Mine.
Joseph, I just sent you a message on Skype. You can ignore it.
Okay.
Look, it's your show just as much as it's mine. Whatever you want to talk about, I'm open to talk about.
Okay, I'll always give you the heads up if I want to discuss something too.
Yeah, because I would like to watch it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, and it doesn't have to be anything deep. Like, I think we should talk about stuff that interests us, and I think WWE fans don't want to hear us spending all that time just being like, well, this sucked and that sucked. So like, we might as well just. Well, look, we'll definitely next week. We'll obviously talk about it because Monday we're going to review Money in the Bank. And, like, the first round of TVs is worth discussing just to see who's over and what gets over.
Right.
But, like, I don't... Basically what I'm saying, guys, and if this means you don't like our show anymore, that's fine. I get it. There's 101 wrestling podcasts. 101. I wish. But really the point of what I'm saying is I don't want to become a parody of myself, and I don't want this show to become every other show that just sits there and is like, well, this sucked. We're going to spend 2 hours talking about it. And... I'm not knocking anyone that does that. I just haven't got the energy, to be quite frank. And the result is really, really boring content. JJ, I'll also cover Slammiversary, probably in the same way I did Ring of Honor this Monday, where it's kind of brief.
And I will actually watch. I'll have more to say about Slam. I will actually watch Slammiversary, so
right.
It won't be just me just saying good match and trying to talk about angles that don't seem to actually have a direction because I don't watch the television either.
I am Crackerjet said, have you guys explored doing retro reviews? So we do the watch along of Lockdown.
Yeah.
I would like to do it. I've got to be honest, man. Like, I feel really bad about the Patreon situation because it's just, we do so many hours already. It's hard with the extra podcast. Like, if you message us on Patreon, I look at those DMs, and you say, like, I'd like you to review this, I'll review it. In the same way that, like, Bud Ryan was like, can you watch Lockdown? And was like, yeah, we'll watch it. Bob and I are going to do that at some point. I'm all for doing what you guys want me to do, but just like schedule-wise, it's a little bit hard just because we do so much shit like on Twitch and on YouTube and all that good stuff. So it will happen. If you want it to happen, we'll make it happen.
Let's do this crossword. O'Neil, do you want to set this up? This is your gimmick that you sent me. I have no idea what we're actually doing here.
Yeah, so this is from my pal Kevin on Twitter at Avalanche Style. He's a big crossword guy. I believe he's been at the competition level.
My God.
Makes wrestling crosswords. He has one pinned as his tweet, and that's at Avalanche Style. He wanted to know if he could kind of set one up for us, and we could just kind of try and get him some new eyes on the product. And now we're here.
There we go. I need to share my screen with you guys, don't I? So you can kind of see it.
I can see it on the Twitch, so.
Okay, I mean, if you can see it on the Twitch, that's fine. I'll still share it, just...
Okay, man. I'm not in the Twitch, but I can just pull it up. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I've shared my screen. Can you see it?
Okay.
Everyone sees it? Okay.
It's very small, but that's okay.
I mean...
Why did you say this is easy? Every one of these I see is not easy.
Well, and Joseph, have you ever done a crossword? It'll get easy as you fill it in.
All right, Hiroki Goto finisher. It's the
Hang
GTR.
on a second, hang on. Let's go no further. Bob just like big leagued me in a major way. I'm not comfortable with that, Bob. Rein it in a little bit, okay?
He should. All right, I'm not looking at the chat. Chat, you're more than welcome to like post stuff. I'm not looking. We don't want your help. If they use the chat and unknowingly, unbeknownst to me, that's fine. Goto's finisher is the GTR.
Okay.
See, that's where you roll, because I was going to say the Ushigoroshi, which wouldn't have been an easy spell, but tremendous. I see now it's one across. I get you, one across. I'm with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody want to say which one? I know 12 across is...
Okay, one down is Grand.
Grand? Oh, Grand. Yeah, Grand Metal League. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right, I know 12 across
Bob
is...
jumping in.
I know 12 across is Ferdinand. Oops.
Wait, what? How have you got that?
Yep, that's correct.
John Cena movie? You're kidding me? How do I not know that?
Holy shit. Okay. Okay, we got two down, right? Third man in the booth with Excalibur and JR is Tall Paul. That's Tony. Tony.
All right.
Do you remember when they signed the Big Show, dude?
Yeah.
That ruled.
All right, Tony.
Yeah,
okay.
Tony.
I love that we're doing this. This rules so much. We should do this. We should do... Bob's been talking about Sporkle. Dude, they're so good. We should do some of those too.
Oh, yeah.
Four down, adjective, and generico, right? No?
I think it's just generic.
Generic? Okay.
Yeah,
there's not enough letters for
generic.
I
see that now.
It could be wrong, but...
Bob's good at maths too.
Okay.
Rules.
All right, what's four across? Groom. Four across is groom.
Yes.
All right.
My God.
5 down. Bob Holly beat this larger wrestler to qualify for the King of the Ring.
That feels like a Bob question.
Starts with an M.
Yeah. Figure this out, O'Neill. Mabel.
This was like a Bob special, right?
I need a couple more letters.
Mabel, okay.
Coward.
Do 11 o'clock. 11 across is Tuesday, TUE, because it's an abbreviation.
Okay.
And then 5 down would be
Mantar. Yeah.
Holy shit, it's actually Mantar. Oh, that rules. Oh, okay.
All right, what's 17 across here? Deemed medically unfit.
Deemed medically fit.
Oh, deemed clear.
Clear,
yeah.
Clear.
I can't read. All right. 15.
I've got the Skype screen like overlapping the Twitch screen, so I just see two different same word. This is very scary stuff. I'm trying to keep up. Okay, what we got here?
Down would be Noam.
Yeah, I already put that in, O'Neill. Keep up.
Good Lord, Bob.
I can't see. It's yeah, now I can.
All right, 14 down. Creating a new move usually starts with this. Idea.
Being a great big fucking mark.
I think it's idea.
Idea, yeah.
Gifts. Watching Okada matches at 3 in the morning.
13 down is Delhi.
18 across is I am. Wait, 13 down, Delhi. Okay.
Yeah.
Delhi.
He almost cuts his hand off.
He does.
Yeah,
that film was very good.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Hot take, Bob. Good film.
What's 9 down? Like Chris Jericho's landing, soft.
Damn, that's the worst bump he ever took, brother.
I think it might actually be soft. I'm not positive. I want to get another word. What's 9 across?
He lost his arm doing that, bro.
Almost
it
has
is
to be soft because 9 across is Sonny Ono.
Yeah.
My God.
Is it 2 N's or 2 O's?
It's 2 O's.
Okay. Soft.
Also, we're very good at this.
It is?
Yeah.
I've written a couple Sonny Ono. Okay, it begins when a wrestler leaves. The count. All right, 8 down, unconscious, KO'd.
Look at Jeremy.
Make a camel clutch extra painful. Lean back.
Oh my God, I've just realised there's a Sammy Callahan one. That rules.
Easy. What is this? Lover. Okay.
Yep.
Damn, Bob.
We're done.
My God. We did a good job.
Took us less than 5 minutes.
Well,
it really took us less than that because I had it pulled up for a good 45 seconds before we started.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody.
Well, if you enjoyed that,
tremendous at that. Just tremendous. Do your plug, Bob. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. If you enjoyed that, his pinned tweet has another one where it's much larger than this one. I think it's like a normal crossword you'd find in the newspaper. So it's a lot of fun.
Actually, very cool. I agree. Very, very cool.
It's cool when people do things that are like out of the box. That not what you'd expect from wrestling.
Yeah. I was gonna do a dunk on that, but you're actually right. It is you very rarely do see, in fairness, professional wrestling crosswords. That is out of the box. You're right. And we didn't lose any viewership. Good job, Bob.
Yeah, that was fun.
This is what we're going to do on Patreon now. Can we not watch wrestling and just sit there and I'll just watch you do crosswords and slam Coca-Colas while I lose my mind?
I want to do a larger one of something like that. You guys mentioned Sporicle, and I know what that's about.
He has a larger one. I can send it to you if you want to do it right now.
I don't know about right now. Maybe. Send it to me. Let me see how big it is.
Doesn't look too terribly hard. All right, let me see.
Sporkle gimmicks are they're a very dangerous game. You get addicted and play multiple ones, but then you get very confused as to which names you've already put in and which you haven't.
All right, let's see. How do I send you? Can I send you something in Skype? Or do I, chat. There we go.
Yeah, just put it in our group chat here.
How old are you, Bob?
I don't use Skype. I use Zoom.
Oh, sorry, Odd.
I wish we used something other than Skype. Okay. Oops.
See, because it's all I know, us doing the show through, basically, I think Skype is actually good. For like XSplit and all that shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bob's such a professional podcaster. He's levels above.
How do I view the chat on this?
I think you just click chat.
Wow.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Bob's getting a little comfortable right here.
I found it. Oh, wow. This is a very... Oh, yeah. This is a very big one.
It doesn't look hard, though.
Just try and run it. Okay. You guys are great at this. You can probably run through this. That was 5 minutes, the last one.
All right, let me share my screen, and let me pull it up on...
This is suddenly just getting very serious after Jack leaves while we sit here and do crosswords and lock in.
Do you see how large it is? This is like a legit crossword here.
Very big. Yeah, it's very big.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna share the screen with everybody.
I've seen initially there is Mongo, which pops me tremendously. Because anything Mongo rules.
All right. Well, at least we know that one. Oops. Steve McMichael nickname Mongo. Oops.
Oh wow.
All right.
Races crosswords with Crosby should be a segment.
All right. What are we doing? 14 across is a toot.
4 down is gun. Oh my God, Jeremy, that was a really deep cut to just pull that one. I mean, I get it. You're inside the business, but still.
Oh, I see gun. Okay. 6 down, I think, is acres. I want to try to get something else, but
I think it's Ayers.
Ayers, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
A-Y-E-R-S, I believe.
There we go. All right. I didn't see how many spaces there were. 7 down, music hall, where Beyond Wrestling ran. I thought they ran White Eagle, but clearly there's not enough space for that.
Indeed.
Yeah. I was gonna say white.
8 down is Road Rager.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob O'Neill with the AEW deep cut.
10 down is Glove.
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't read a lot of these. Okay.
That's the one difficulty about doing it as a group is we're all reading different ones.
Yeah.
And then it's like it muddies the waters somewhat. Okay.
23 down is Silas.
Yeah.
Yep.
He rules, by the way. Big Silas Younger.
23 across would be Sags.
Okay. 18 down is Blade.
Oh my god, did you see how great you looked last night, Jeremy?
Oh, it's Gig. It's Gig. Gigs? I think it's Gigs. It's not Blade. Okay.
Gig, brother. Like Abdullah. 24 across. Have we got that? Did I miss that?
24 across. No. What do you got? Rose.
NXT star, Mandy Rose.
Oh, she isn't. I'm trying to just find. Okay, there we go.
So am I. That's when I actually lost the plot. I was looking at the number. He had a stroke. There you go.
Okay. Who can stop the... Isn't it Wrath? You're a Brian Cage guy. O'Neill, 46 across. Isn't it Wrath?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Wait, is it? I thought Wrath was at the... How do you spell Wrath?
Dude, 47 across. The Fiend and the Boogeyman characters aim to do this. Suck. That's suck, definitely.
I believe it's Scare.
Scare? Alright.
What a job they both do.
I don't think it's Wrath, is it not? I'm not a... I mean...
I think Wrath has 5 letters.
Yeah, so it can't be that. We'll try to figure something else
Indeed.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
43 across. The difference between WWF and a W.
Wide.
Isn't it wide? Yeah.
Wide, yeah.
It's just one W. That's 42 across is Kin.
Oh my god, Voodoo Kin Mafia. Holy shit.
The Fabulous.
It's VKM, which is Vince's initials. I don't know if you ever
Shut
caught
up,
that.
O'Neill. I thought 58 across was gonna be Moolah, but it's not Moolah. I don't know what it is.
Is it Freebirds? Oh no, it's definitely not Freebirds.
Definitely not Freebirds, no.
That's interesting.
Oh, what's the name of the actor in this fucking movie?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We reviewed that once.
Yeah, we did.
Was it good?
I think we enjoyed it.
It's fine.
This is Dark Order, right? Oh, stable made of Stu, Preston, Stu, and others. I feel like we need another letter.
Yeah.
Uno?
There's like 100 of them.
Yeah, that's not Uno.
Okay. I feel like we're not doing this very well, I'm going to be honest.
Who won the 2019 British J Cup, Joseph?
I don't know, maybe I did.
Okay, the A in MMA. At least we know that's arts. There we go.
Okay.
My god. My god.
All right, let's see. So this one's a little harder.
Thursday Night Wrestling pregame show. Oh, it's before the Impact, right? BTI?
Yes.
Imagine looking at Bob and I and being like, right? Right, guys? That's what it is.
Oh, hit row member. It's
What's her name?
B-Rad. B-Fab.
Yeah.
B-Rad is that movie.
One of 2 words on Vader's gear would be time.
What number is that, O'Neill?
53.
This is probably some of the funniest, like, out of context audio ever. Like, just Bob just like reading. Well, that'd be time. Like, yes, indeed. Good job.
Okay. What's the name of Matt Seidel's move? Joseph, Matt Seidel guy.
Marijuana. No, it's not.
Okay. 63 is tubes.
Well, I have no idea.
Oh, 63 tubes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try to fill in like the 30s here. What do we got here? Gail who walked Kim.
Wow. Don't get Bob started on her.
Doing lots of moonsaults takes a toll on him. Keiji Muda. That takes a toll. Knees.
Did you see Matt Hardy's knees last night?
No, did not.
Tremendous.
Okay. 31 down. He and Punk used the GTS in WWE. Kenta.
It's on me.
Yeah, it's Tommy.
I know! Wow. Mania.
You like blew up my headphones with that.
Sorry. Mania is that one. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. 35 down is going to be, what is it, Amish.
What is this? 35 down?
Yeah.
Where's 30? Oh, right here. Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Which means we can figure out a couple other ones here.
Okay, I know what 45 down is. I cheated. I didn't Google it. People can tell, but I got a hint. It's Frost.
What do you mean you cheated?
I got a text message that spoiled.
My God, you've got insiders on this thing.
Yeah. I didn't check the chat, but I checked my text, and it was in my text.
40. What is it? 44 is Russia.
What? Oh, okay. It's like, huh? Okay. All right, Joseph, you're not much help on this. Is it Path of Cage? What are we doing here?
I think it's Path, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, this is hurting my eyes to a degree and I wasn't ready for it. I've got to be honest with you.
What's 41 down? Devastating but illegal tactic. Nut shot.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Wow, that was like very sharp, Jeremy. You think Bob would have got that as the Brock Lesnar fan? That was the cut-off spot he ran for about 5 years.
44, struck with a hammer, rang.
Yeah. Okay.
For it behaves like a pouts. That's what I'm going with. We'll see if it's right. 50, GOAT level wrestlers. Daniel Bryan. I can't figure
Braun
out what
Strowman.
What's 51 down? Stablemate of Preston. How can we not figure this one out?
I believe 50 is Icons.
Icons? Okay.
Yeah.
Good spot there, Bob O'Neill.
Okay, we bet you got to figure out this Dark Order one.
51 is Colt.
Oh,
Cole,
yeah.
yes. Boom, boom. He's like the least Dark Order guy I think
Yes.
of. So that's very mean.
Yeah. All right, 59. Mark on Welt.
Yes.
What is 60? Big Japan Tag Team. This is you, Joseph. Big Japan, 2017.
Very much not me, but I think it's cool. No idea.
Okay.
Man, we don't know this British J Cup thing either. We're gonna be fucked on this.
I'm
one.
going to just ask, like, the most polite one, what is the British J Cup? I don't even know what this is. I'm not even doing a bit, I don't know.
All right, let's... Where can we go? What's 55 across? Follow up from 17 across. We ain't fucking figured that out yet.
I think 49 down is Ages.
Where the fuck is 49 down, O'Neill? Oh, right
Next
here.
to
Okay.
Frost.
Yeah.
Ages? Oh, yeah, okay. Good call.
Cowards.
What's 40 down? Good night, Hulkamania. A tweet.
That rule.
That's really good shit, man. This is actually tremendously well done, I must say.
Got knocked off the top rope. Fell? I think.
Yeah.
I don't like when Bob doubts you, Jeremy.
I know, right? New York Post. Oh, Phil.
Yeah, Phil.
Okay.
And 37 across is Petey.
Fuck is 37 across? Okay. PD. Okay.
What is the prominent feature on Elias and Killian Dane? 2 words.
Beard? I don't know. Where's it at? Oh no, it's not beard.
2 words, huh?
The last
Chest
word
hair. Chest
Yeah,
hair.
there
It's
you
chest
go.
Yeah,
hair.
it's just wow, are they the guys you think of in this business today about chest hair? I mean, I get Dane, but like, Elias, is he a lead chest hair guy?
Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 37.
Yeah, that one I'm trying to headliner.
Okay, there you go.
Well, Bob was trying to figure it out and then got here like 4 seconds later. Ruled.
Yes. I think 34 across is Huge Santa.
Oh yeah.
28 down is Alien.
Where's 28 down at? Oh, there it is.
Let's see. 26 down would be Crack.
Indeed it would. Indeed it would.
27. Oh man, I don't know this stuff. The ice ribbon tag champions. You kidding me?
Well, you just gotta fill in the other
25
stuff.
down, Jeremy. 25 down. Oni.
Where's 25 down? I guess I can just click it. Okay. Oni. All right.
Okay.
All right. What's 26 across here?
20
They're used in place of the tag, or used in place of ropes.
Chains.
Yeah.
Chains, chairs.
Yeah, chains.
It's chains or chairs.
Like in place of ropes. You're not using chairs in place of ropes.
You could.
Nah, shut up, O'Neal. Indie wrestling attendees in Dublin, Ireland, idiots because the COVID's still out there.
Perverts. Criminals.
What you risk getting in a match with 4 briefcases on a pole. A picture of Scott Hall.
Fired.
Bad, yeah. That's some Russo shit.
I mean, my answer's not incorrect.
It's true.
7.
Oh, that's fans. OTT. That's the Irish promotion.
Oh, okay. All
Right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's
What's
true.
17 across? Commentator's line when a move partially misses. Didn't get all of it? Oops.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Jeremy.
Damn it. I can't type. Didn't get all.
Man, that's a bold, like, crossword gimmick right there. I mean, look at that thing.
All right.
God bless.
What's 15 across? Jacka catchphrase. I don't know who that is. YOLO.
Huh?
I don't know, dude. What was Naomi's hairstyle? It's just natural.
Afro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. 9 down. Bird, formerly the owl.
Yeah.
There we go.
36 across is Asia.
Yes.
Where's 36 across? Oops. Okay. All right. What's 7 downs? Music hall.
7 down.
Why can't I still not figure this out?
I haven't got any clue what that is.
I would put an E and see if that works, just because that kind of feels like it would work for both of them, maybe.
What? What was Bob talking about?
E. Feet? Fete?
That's
Yeah,
Vanessa
'cause
Bourne's
it
new
works,
gimmick.
it works for the across one, too.
I think an A works too. Fate.
Yeah, that's true.
Music hall in Providence.
Wait, what's 15 across? I'm confused.
Jacka catchphrase or catch noise.
I do get what Bob means now. So he will be suggesting that the catchphrase is yow.
Yeah.
I suggest it's yayow. All right, we'll put an E and then we'll come back
Lions.
and we'll come back if it's wrong.
Is, honest to God, I'm not doing this a bit. Is Kenny Omega's taunt you can't escape? Is that a thing he actually says in real life?
Yeah.
Wow, that's 29 across then in that case.
Oh, okay.
Is that a thing he does, Jeremy? I'm honestly not pretending.
Yeah. He does it. He does it when he's got him. I don't know if he's done it in a while, but when he's got him in the DVD position, fireman's carry. I'm trying, what the fuck's it called? Fireman's carry, and he does the forward roll up into the moonsault. Yeah, he does the you can't escape thing. All right, what's 20? Abbreviation David O'Tunnell. What's the abbreviation for lawyer?
ESQ.
Okay. Take your word for that. You didn't sound.
I had different abbreviations for David Otunga in professional wrestling, but that one works too.
James, who voiced. I have no
Hello.
idea.
Fightful Faithful.
Junkyard Dog. I don't know who that is. Let's try to.
Avery.
Oh, okay. Oh, Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that till right now, but, you know.
Good shout. Good shout.
He was also
Wait, is Bob
in Ninja
cheating?
Turtles.
What do you mean you didn't know that until just now?
I know who he is. I didn't know he was Junkyard Dog in Rock and Wrestling, but he was Shredder in the Ninja Turtles cartoon.
That's I don't know. I know that that's Amir Jordan, right? Am I wrong?
Where?
No.
What number? Oh. Oh yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Then it can't be James Avery unless we just misspelled
It
something.
It might be ER.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
then
Okay.
it's
Okay. I got it. I got you. Okay. That makes more sense.
I've just realised that the chat is playing along and we're just ignoring them completely, which I guess we have to because there's 3 of us trying to do it. Guys, I'm sorry. I apologise.
Right. I didn't want to. I told you I wasn't going to look at the chat. I didn't want to use the chat to.
I just looked at the chat and just saw like 4 people just saying Avery ?
I hope you're not looking at the chat, O'Neill. Don't cheat.
I'm not.
He just revealed himself as a cheat a minute ago.
Factual. Limo. Okay, there.
What do we got left?
Look at the board. 33 somersaults. Rolls?
Yeah.
Okay. Ed Kingston. All
right, 47 down.
Okay, we're standing here. What we got?
What did Flair use as a weapon? A shoe.
Yeah, always. In that time,
yeah.
Shoe, brother.
All right,
the
48.
shittiest gimmick ever.
Van Damme cashed in his money in the bank.
Okay. Cena.
I'm very concerned about what Matt Sydal's name is of this movie because it seems very scary.
London-based Fed owned by a dirt bike kid. I don't know.
Sorry to hear that.
What is this one? Follow up to when a partially mismoved is sold like connected. He got enough of it?
Got enough of it, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so we got 2 more.
All right. I'm not gonna know this Big Japan tag team. I'm not gonna know this friggin' Michael whatever. Ota? Is it? What is this? And the Matt Sydal move. I don't know what that is. It's 2 words. It is? Here it is, driver, right?
Yeah. That sounds right.
I feel like this is Otami. Oh no. Alright. So it's not Otami. You were right on the Fita
it's K, it's K, right?
It's K? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Okami, okay.
Oh, look at that.
There we go. Took us less than 20 minutes.
Yeah, so that's the one that's his pinned tweet. So if you like this, don't go do that one because you know all the answers now.
Does he follow? Does he follow us? He sucks if he doesn't. We just put him over.
Dude, he's one of Bob's friends. They fucking hate us.
No, he's from like the confirmed shoot crowd. So
dude, some of it's just like overlap. Like I'd be pals with most of these, well, not all of them, but no, I think I do. I do follow him, and he follows me. I'm sorry.
I don't follow him. Know. He doesn't follow me. I'm not following him.
I don't know why he didn't ask you to do it instead of me.
Look,
but
I'm gonna be honest. I think Bob's an arsehole. He's our pal at Avalanche style. That's the correct that, right, Bob?
Yes.
He tweeted 3 hours ago, tuning in for Fightful's distraction. Let's see how this goes. I think he thought we were going to do this on the show, and in which case you're a terrible friend. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm pretty sure.
So you have to take blame for this one, Bob. Because now I feel like an arsehole.
I said, what did I say? I said, we're doing it on the Twitch show tomorrow, so I'll be sure to shout you out. And then, you know what? We spent 30 minutes on it. So.
You know what? In all seriousness, actually follow him. That's a really cool gimmick.
Yeah, he just followed me. It. I wasn't going to follow unless he followed me first.
I'm gonna do one of those on my own so that I don't have like a seizure while you guys jump around where I'm not. That was very scary. My brain can't do that shit. But it was very fun. Very, very cool.
I like doing crosswords too. They're fun. Yeah. I tried to do them like daily, and then I gave up on them because I wasn't very good at them.
And also, like, you're a big Karrion Kross fan, which feels relevant. You know?
Yeah.
Where do we go from here, guys?
I don't know.
What else is going on today?
Oh, you're the best, right?
O'Neill, there's no sports on tonight. Like,
no, there's not.
This is awful.
I'm probably gonna watch Saturday night's main event.
That's sure. Oh, the Impact to Go Home show. Sure.
You know, I said I was going to watch Slammiversary, and Joel Pearl immediately invited me on the watch-along, and I'm probably not going to actually watch Slammiversary, but now it feels like an obligation.
Are you going to be on the watch-along?
He invited me.
Well, that doesn't mean you're going to be on it, like, just because you were invited.
I mean, I don't usually turn things down when I'm invited to be on them.
Indeed,
yeah,
but... you even like in addition to other stuff, like you told me to come on and tell vacation stories, even though I didn't have any, and I just sat there for an hour.
True, you did do that. That was the thing.
Sometimes Bob needs to,
Yeah.
Ironically, Jeremy, he's a bit of a Brian Cage merchant. He'll get booked by anyone. He don't care who it is, what their record is. He's on their show. Oh. By the way, as pointed out in the chat, there is sport on tonight. There's Impact Wrestling on Access TV.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm probably gonna watch Saturday night's main event.
What you just said you were about to be on the Impact show because you got invited.
No,
and you don't
for
turn it down.
Slammiversary.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing a Slammiversary watch along.
I don't know. Joe told me, come on.
Are you aware that tonight on Impact they are running this match? Willie Mack, Falaba, Doc Gallows, the big LG, Joe Doring, Fatal 4-Way. God bless.
Yeah,
wow.
That'll be fun.
Big pop on the Skype for that.
See, Luis says SP3 is on the Impact watch along tonight.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of SP3 next time I see him.
Wow.
He pulled out of last week's booking and made me do it. I'm very sad.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm gonna just walk up to SP3 and say, let's just punch him in the face.
I'm gonna be on his show on Saturday.
Yeah, tell him I'm gonna kick the shit out of him.
I will let him know that.
You know, it's like, obviously in St. Louis, I don't know if SP3 is going to be, but like, everyone we meet is going to be so jovial, but like, how funny would it actually be if one of us actually had a fight with you? Like, imagine me like rolling up and it's like, I don't know, the confirmed shoot and I say something mean about the chairman and we just have a fist fight in front of everyone in St. Louis. Imagine.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go around and V-trigger people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely like sold that he's not just gonna kick my ass when he sees me.
Who, SP3 or me?
No, confirmed shoot.
Oh,
dude,
we're all gonna kick your ass when we see you, O'Neal.
Just seeing our finishers on him.
O'Neal's just gonna eat the finisher buffet.
Yes, she's got this chairman gimmick rolling. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's great. I can't wait for it, man. I hope everything's clear by then because, like, COVID's still very scary stuff. And I don't know. I'm not, like, fully certain I'll even be able to go, but, like, I'm pretty confident. November, you know, like, I feel like I can be confident, but I'm so pumped. It's great. I also, like, quietly, me and my brother intend to do Vegas next May, so CK, hit me up. 2 or 3 pay-per-views, brother.
Yeah. I was going to do Vegas, and then I'm doing Vegas next month instead and doing an AEW show later in this year, so I probably won't be at Double or Nothing next year.
You're also a coward.
The thing about that is, like, the main event for Double or Nothing is probably Bryan Danielson and Brock Lesnar, so it feels like you probably should go with that.
That's true. Good point. I can't even be like,
I swear.
I can't even be like, it's going to be too hot because I'm going in August this year.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I want to do Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. I would like to do Vegas at some point.
Next May, pal.
Maybe. Honestly, maybe.
Dude, seriously. I want you to just think about this for a minute. Imagine what Bob's mentions look like if Brock Lesnar comes out and he is given the mouthpiece of Matt Hardy and he joins the Hardy family office on AEW Dynamite to set up a 3-month program with Brian Cage, in which eventually Brock puts Cage over via F5 in order to pass the move over to someone that can handle it. Is there a thing that makes you as excited as that, just for the dialogue alone? Because that's incredible.
You know how much money they'd have to give him for him to do any of that?
Do you know how much money Tony Khan has?
That's true. That's a good point, but you know, he also has 2 other professional sports teams.
He doesn't give a shit about those teams. Have you seen what he's done? You've seen what he's done with them? He doesn't care.
It's also it's a different level of money. Like,
yeah.
Big wrestler money is not actually big money in other sports.
No.
Like, it's really not.
Dude, an offensive tackle for the Panthers, just how much did they pay Taylor Martin today? Hold on.
Like soccer guys, I guess I should say. Like,
dude, okay. Taylor Martin, offensive tackle. Like, they're important, right? But, like, you can't pick out an offensive tackle on a team, right, O'Neal? Can you name the starting offensive tackle for the Bears?
No, probably not.
Okay. They just paid this guy today 4 years, $72 million as the offensive tackle. Like, that's it. That's WWE wrestling money. Like,
how much is a Brock? Seriously, a 4 matches a year deal with Brock is what? A few million?
Yeah,
probably like $5 million at max. Like, it's not groundbreaking money.
No.
That's what people miss about that shit, man. They really do.
Richland, 43 guaranteed, 43 mil guaranteed. So, like, again, offensive tackle is getting this much money.
Well, even just that, like, even if you just look at the guaranteed money, that's still so much more than any wrestling money.
Exactly.
Rishi said, serious question, what would be the funniest mouthpiece for Brock? Sorry, who would be the funniest mouthpiece for Brock? That would be the opposite of Heyman.
Vicky Guerrero.
Yes, Vicky Guerrero.
If he give it to Vicky, like, in all seriousness, if Brock came in and got given Taz, like,
that'd be cool.
Brother.
Yeah.
That would be, like, red hot shit, right?
Yeah.
Taz is so great. So, I would love Brock to go to the All Elite Fleet just for the dialogue, really, but also he has good matches.
I think it'd be frustrating to find out that he was always actually bad if he goes there. I wouldn't look forward to that.
Dude, did you see it started the other day when we did, I think it's pretty your story, Jeremy, from when Sean interviewed Buddy and he was like, you know, I thought it was kind of just, I didn't really enjoy myself, and people were like, you piece of shit, why don't you go fuck yourself? Popped me so much. Some guy was like, you should be thankful they ever hired you, you charisma vacuum piece of shit. I was like, man, that's tough.
Listen, if I was making big money to just, like, show up and sit and do nothing, I would enjoy it, but that's the kind of person I am. Not everyone's like that.
Yeah. They're creative, but you also got to remember something, right? And I don't want to get sentimental or serious on this show of all shows, because this is awful, but I do want to say, like, in a guy like that, like, he legitimately transformed his whole life to live that dream.
Yeah.
Moved across the world from his family, bro. Like, he wants to live that dream. You don't want to just sit around. You got to realize these guys are actually built different, as we often joke about. But the chat's saying 13 and 12 million. I wouldn't believe those numbers, guys.
Yeah.
Anything that's, honestly, any number that's out there on, like, a weird website that doesn't cover wrestling, ignore it.
Yeah.
Because I get sent stuff where it's like, oh, the women only made 100K this year, but Baron Corbin made 4 mil, and it's like, just please, stop.
Yeah.
It's also, like, okay, he made that, but are we, what are factors in all of this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's, like, 13 mil up front.
Well, you know, the thing is, like, Shane McMahon's in the public disclosure stuff because he technically has ownership in the company, and even he's getting, like, $1 million a year for his one match or whatever. So you figure someone who actually draws, like...
You do have a scout, right? Like, look, I think, in fear of being so speculative here, we know that, like, upper mid guys are in that 500 to 750 range from what we can gather, right? Is that fair, Jeremy?
Yeah.
From what we know.
Yeah.
So then if you just, you know, I don't think you have to be like a genius to do some guesswork and figure out, so what's around you on a 2, 3 million, 4 million? You know, like, it's not, my point is, with all due respect, imagine that in the NBA. That's Mike Scott.
Yeah.
Well, Braun got released because they're like, oh, he's making $1 million a year. It's like, that seems like a lot for Braun.
He wasn't guaranteed either, right? Wasn't that the deal with him? Didn't he have a deal where it was like, wasn't like straight, like he was like getting paid like house show money, like he was in the 80s or something? He didn't have any like no car or anything. Like he was just there. 3-year deal. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, 3-year for 12 mil. Yeah.
But as Jeremy said, like a lot of that stuff is match by match because like if he does Saudi, that's a different fee.
Yeah, he's getting paid extra because Jericho stated he got like how much for Saudi, like.
Too much.
Merch
would be a big part of it. That means Bob's like paying Brock's wage. If merch is that big a part of it, Bob would be like funding him. Is he a big merch guy, Brock Lesnar?
He only has a couple shirts, right?
He's got like the city specific shirts that, you know, you go to the concession or the
yeah, those probably sell pretty well.
Stand. Yeah, I couldn't get one after the Royal Rumble, so they sold out there.
I imagine.
Do you remember when he was in that Rumble? Do you remember how good that was?
It was so good. I loved it.
Do you remember when he, like, after like half an hour was like, I'm tired of German suplex, I'm going to do a backbreaker, and just fell over. And I'm not even saying that like to be a dick. Bob knows how much I love that match. But you literally see Brock in his brain be like, fuck it, I'm going to do something else, and just failed completely. And he was like, that stuff's lame. He rules so much, dude.
What do you think of his new look, O'Neal?
Be honest.
You know, it's interesting. You know, I think during the pandemic, a lot of people experimented with different hairstyles. You know, weren't able to get haircuts. You know, it's not a look that I would probably do, but I'm not gonna tell him not to do it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That one photo where it's like side on and he's very red, is one of the most like frightening images I've ever seen in my life of a human. Like he looks like I can't even use the words I want. Like, he looks terrifying.
Yeah.
When he goes so red that his eyebrows are like they've been painted on, it's very scary.
Yeah.
Very, very scary. Anyways, if Bobby's getting Goldberg at SummerSlam, there's a much better chance of him winning than against Brock. Maybe. Maybe not.
I want to wrap up, but I also want to talk about the AEW GM game, Joseph. I've downloaded it. I've not had time to play it. I imagine I'll play it at some point. What are your first impressions of it?
Disclaimer, I hate all of these games and I think they suck. And I'm sorry to announce that I think this game sucks. But it is what it is, bro. It's, it's a service level booking game. Like, the biggest pop you'll get is when you get the character models, because God bless them, they've put every single wrestler. Every single one of them is on the game. And you'll pop for seeing Luther or King, or like, it's just fun. But the game itself is like so... like, just monotonous. Like, I think kids would like it. That's what I would say. I don't know how many kids play this game. Probably about 4 in the whole world. But for me, it ain't much. But again, remember how deep I am into fucking like TW. It's not for me, is it?
Yeah.
Honest. So, whatever.
O'Neal, I feel like you had something to say.
I mean, I don't really like mobile games in general. But yeah, I mean, I think the thing that it really loses from like a TW, from what I've seen, is there's not a ton of customizability. There's enough, but one of my favorite things about like a TEW type of game is spending hours setting it up and then playing one week. In WWE Universe mode on the 2K games too, that's what I do, is just set it up perfectly and then lose interest immediately. And I think that's kind of what would happen here too. But it looks fun enough if you're into that sort of thing. I'm excited for their like shoot console video that they come up with, because that's gonna be fun. We haven't had a good wrestling game in a few years now.
I just think like the legends they could have on that game pops me so much, Yeah. Like, how great would it be to do Arn and Tully versus FTR? I'm so in on that,
Like, they could do like one of the WCW versus the World or whatever games where it's just a shit ton of people from wherever that they bring in.
Bro, I'm so on that. Like, I don't know if it's easy to do, but let's be honest. Like, Impact ain't getting a big video game made anytime soon, right? And like, New Japan is Fire Pro, it's a very different thing. How great would it be if we got some guys from those rosters? Like, it'd just be awesome. It'd be perfect vibe for that promotion. But yeah, I'll play some of that for about a week and then probably like give it in and think it sucks. So.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I wasn't expecting, especially once I saw like the preview of it, because when they first announced it, I think Joseph and I we both kind of thought like, oh man, this is like TW.
We shit our pants.
Yeah. And then once I saw like the preview, I was like, oh okay, like never mind. It's just gonna kind of be it's gonna be a mobile game, and I feel like it's gonna be like cash grabby, and that's always gonna turn me off. Like, oh, if you want to boost their stats quicker.
Like, it definitely has the add-ons, but at the very least, the roster is like, you can buy the members of the roster within your budget without it being like unlock, which I was impressed by. Okay. If that makes sense. Like, you have a budget to pick your roster, so obviously you don't have everyone. That's the point. But like, you can pick everyone at different points. You don't got to like unlock them or pay for them, which I thought was good.
Gotcha.
But there you go.
All right. Well, that's good. Again, I always worry that these mobile games are just going to be very cash grabby. Mm-hmm. And that you just like can't get anywhere unless you shell out money. And like especially nowadays, like I don't have time to like grind on mobile games. In a previous life, sure, but so that's fine. I'll play it. I'll see what it's about, and hopefully I can get some type of use out of it just when I'm bored or whatever. But I especially once I saw the preview and stuff for it, I wasn't expecting to like throw a lot of time into it, because it just didn't seem like it was like fully for me.
It's not for us. We're dogs, man. Like, it's a kid will pop huge for it, just being like, oh my god, there's Darby Allin, just like flinging him into it. But again, kids don't watch wrestling because it sucks. So, other adults will pretend to like it, so that's good. Really positive note to end this on, guys. I'm sorry. Wrestling's good. I'm just joking. Wrestling rules, bro. Last night was such a blast. I had so much fun. It's great.
Yeah.
All right,
no, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, it is fine. It's not as bad as everyone makes it seem. Like, just gotta pick spots.
Wrestling's fine, guys.
Bob, I mean this with the most love. We have been talking in some form or fashion about professional wrestling for the last 3 hours and 50 minutes, and our last note is going to be you going, it's fine, it's not as bad as everyone says. which is one of the best things ever. Dude, it's great.
Dynamite did over 1 million viewers. Wrestling's back, baby.
Seriously though, it's easy to like laugh at it, but it's like, how long did we wait for any kind of like major league options here? It's doing good, man. There's like 101 wrestling documentaries on TV every week. There's about 8 weekly shows. Doing okay. I'm happy with it.
All right, we're not gonna. I guess we can raid somebody, but we'll be back on this channel. What's wrong, Joseph?
Just kick my toe. That's horrible. I have like a whole desk now for this. I used to just have like a tiny little table. Now I can like really enjoy myself, but sometimes it backfires when I just kick my foot very hard.
Joseph, did you see the numbers for the BPW media call? We've almost got like 1,000 views on that thing.
Sorry to hear that. I saw that you had clipped it. Or who clipped it for you?
Lindsay clipped Sean's appearance for it.
Right.
Yeah.
She clipped it and it had 10,000 views on Twitter, and I was like, not sure how I feel about that, because that has been sent through many a chat I sent, you know. So here's what it is. It was good.
Feels like I need to watch tomorrow. It's a big show.
I think
it's gonna do like our usual like 20 viewers, even though we did. I have a tremendous gimmick for the show tomorrow. I'll tell you off air.
Okay, good.
Because you're involved in it too, O'Neill.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay. It's nothing big. It's whatever. Yeah, that's tomorrow at 3. BPW finale. Tremendous send off. It's gonna be emotional time, Joseph. You gotta admit it. It's gonna be very emotional.
I don't really think it will, to be honest. But once you've built it up for 6 weeks, you can kind of let things go a lot easier. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
We'll go raid Steven Larson because they're always friendly with us. And yeah, send you over there. We'll be back on this channel in about 45 minutes anyway to co-stream Impact with apparently not Robert O'Neill, but Joel Pearl, Steven Jensen, and SP3. Everyone enjoy. O'Neill's a coward. Everyone, and SP3 is getting punched in the face. Everyone enjoy your night.